Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Time Capsule here on the Games Done Quick Hotfix, the show where we travel back in time to your favorite years in gaming and speedrun our way through popular or influential games released in a particular year. I am your host, Smooth Operative. Thank you very much for joining us. Tonight we are taking a look at some amazing FPS games from 2016, that being SUPERHOT VR and later Doom, but first I want to give you guys a reminder that SGDQ 2022 is coming up June 26th to July 3rd. So if you are intending to go, make sure you register before May 23rd at gamesdonequick.com if you'd like to attend our live event in Minnesota. And also Frame Fatales will be having its next all-women speedrunning event, Flame Fatales, in late August, and game and volunteer submissions are open right now for that until May 22nd. So you can type !FF in our Twitch chat or go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more information on that. But I'm super excited for our very first run, that being SUPERHOT VR, and I have David and Sam here. So David, if you want to start off introductions, that'd be awesome.
Hi, so my name is David TKI. I'm pretty much a variety speedrunner, just run whatever I feel like. And well, during quarantine, I wasn't getting out much and I felt like running some VR games. So SUPERHOT VR is pretty much my introduction to VR speedrunning. And I hope that it's a very good VR speedrun introduction for all of you as well. And on commentary with me, I've got Sam.
What's crack-a-lackin', everybody? I'm Sam the Man McGuire. I'm here to pretend like I know what I'm talking about and watch him run a speed run. I am experienced SUPERHOT VR speedrunner, and I've been doing it since 2018, and I absolutely love the community and the people with it. So David asked me to do this, and I'm very honored to do it for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Before I get started really quick, the leaderboard does recommend default settings for playing the game, but one of the neat things from the past year or so, the game used to have some scenes in it that were basically content warnings, and they used to have an option for it here. That option is no longer there, and now all those scenes are out of the game completely, so that makes me super happy to be running this with no content warnings. Well, maybe motion sickness, but that comes with VR.
Fingers crossed we'll be okay.
Here's hoping. So I'll go ahead and get started with the game really quick. Time is going to begin when I first grab the gun and start moving. So are we all ready to go?
Yeah, ready whenever you want to give the countdown.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
All right, then let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. So the essence of SUPERHOT is that time only moves when you move, but since we want to be going through the game fast, I'm going to be moving a lot. You have these different scenes here. You have weapons, you have punches, they're very effective. You move around a lot. See, enemies come to you if you don't have a weapon, so take it from them. You can also throw things. Unfortunately, I am very not good at throwing. Oh, wow, I can't believe I hit that guy. Anyways, first real level, the primary tech of this game is going to be something called the gun show loophole. We're not supposed to be carrying weapons with us in between screen transitions, so, but you can do this if you grab the pyramid and then quickly grab the weapon and then just carry it with you. And that allows you to have a lot of firepower in places that you wouldn't normally have it, which can get you through the game really quickly. In between levels, we'll have some of these scenes where you're just waiting for the disk drive to be ready to receive the disk, and then you put it in, and then you keep going. From this point on, I'm going to be moving a lot, and so I got to leave commentary to Sam.
All right, like he previously mentioned, the gun show loophole is probably the biggest thing about SUPERHOT speedrunning, so you'll see him use that a lot in this run. So when he does the gun show loophole, you'll notice that it's like there are points where he won't have a gun to grab necessarily. That is when it becomes optimal. That's more later in the game, but right now he's just going through some of the relatively easier levels to like introduce new players to the game, which are a lot of fun when you're playing them slow, but when you're playing them fast, it looks like it's a lot more convoluted than it is. And right there, it's you don't really necessarily need a gun, but you can still do loopholes. It doesn't really matter when you do them, as long as you get them done. He did that level very fast in comparison to most people. This level right here, you start off in a helicopter. It is supposed to be done relatively slow. This is arguably one of the harder levels in the game. If he can get through this relatively fast, everybody here should be very, very impressed for him. I'm gonna give it a second to let him take a look at it, and he did that relatively beautifully, if anybody were to see that. And from here, it's a move on to the next section of the game, waiting for the disc. At that point, you could just grab the disc, and another fun thing that the community loves to do is throw the VR headset through the wall in the, as you saw there when he did that. It's because of the fact that the ceiling and the wall are pretty much not entities, but they're only just textures, you can do anything you want with that. Ooh, and it seems like he missed a shot there, but that's okay, because there's an easy time fix for this. Easy time fix. Right there, and it's just an easy grab. Alleyway's a lot of fun. This is one of the more fun levels to do, especially because if you end up missing, you can actually go back and relatively easily get time back. So right here, there's a lot of things that you can do in this run that could be relatively easier. That right here is where the gun show loophole comes into play, where he would need the gun, but he doesn't have one, so he used the gun show loophole. Oh, and he missed the gun show loophole. That's okay though, because that gives him a gun. Ooh. Alrighty. Remember, kids, get your gun show loopholes down correctly. It's very,
it's the most important trick in the run.
Very important trick in the run. Thank you very much. This right here is my favorite run in the game, Corporal Office. You basically go through a corporate office and try and take down as many people as you can. Very, very fun level, especially this elevator here, just because it's so smooth, and it's when you look in person, if you looked at his camera during that process, it's extremely convoluted. Oh, and he did that.
I was not expecting that on the elevator. I normally take the opening of the elevator pretty slow because it's really hard to aim outside.
Right, they changed that in the recent update. It used to be where you spawn right next to the elevator, but in the recent update, it seems to be relatively easy. And he's taking drinks, everybody. Oh my goodness, everybody get some donations for that. Goodness gracious. But
I'm thirsty. I've been running for 5 minutes.
Absolutely, 5 minutes is a long time for somebody to be running a game like this. You've been killing it too. Like, all the setbacks aside, you're killing it, man. Seriously. Anyway, so he grabs the disc, and then obviously he has to wait for the thing to go, so he has to smack it in. Go ahead and throw it through the wall real quick for me.
Nah, not this time.
I'm teasing ya. Yeah, but
I'm preparing my zappy lasers.
Oh yes, prepare the zappy lasers. I'll explain this mechanic in a second. So basically, when he holds his button down, he can explode the head off of the red men, the only other entity in the game besides you. It's a very useful trick. It's kind of like a get off me motive if you don't really have a method to finish your run. But he's obviously utilizing it perfectly, doing a fantastic job, if you ask me. And I hope that anybody in the stream could agree with me on that one. Take a sip of my tea there. Boom, construction yard, another one of the harder levels of the game. And he goes through it very well. Impressive, my friend.
I really don't want to use that zappy if I don't have to.
Right, that's the whole... Yeah, you don't want to use that too often, but because you have a 3-second delay in between times of using it. And right here, No, you won't. You won't. Never mind. It's okay. It's okay. It's another level that you can relatively go through with ease if need be. And another thing, once you transition in the stages, the zappy move also resets, so you can actually use it back to back as long as it's the last enemy in the level. But it really doesn't. This is a fun one right here. So watch this. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of something else. But anyways. So airplane is another cool one. Basically, it's a very confined space, so it's a lot easier to kind of dodge and maneuver, as well as make your shots relatively easier to hit. And there you go, just like that, easy as pie.
What's outside this door? I don't want to see what's outside the door.
And you see we have no clipping in the game, ladies and gentlemen. We have no clipping strats, everybody. How did you manage, my friend? How did you learn about that?
I stuck my head through the door.
Oh, of course.
That's one way to do it.
I forgot to put the disc in.
Oh, see, now that's a little bit of an important task.
I forgot that the hand turns into the disc.
Oh, right. Where did it used to come out of? I can't remember, but there's a lot of things that they changed in this game recently. That's a really cool strat right there. Instead of dancing like they ask you to, you just head blow the guy and he proceeds to give you a gun. It's lovely. Oh man, he's down in the bottle. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a little intense here, everybody.
It is past 5 o'clock.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right, my friend. It is past 5. This is arguably one of my favorite levels, personally, but it really depends on the day for me, honestly. This level is a lot of fun just because you can go through it so fast if you really ask yourself nice enough. But we're getting close to restaurant, or we're on restaurant, which is one of the more fun levels as well. The later levels are relatively easier if you ask me, but it really just depends on who you really talk to in the community. But just because these levels are so long and have like different points of stopping, it's kind of gives you like a checkpoint for yourself. Whereas the other levels kind of just throw you in an open space. Ooh, and a good comeback from.
I do find restaurant to be pretty difficult.
Oh, restaurant, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, I've practiced it a fair bit, but not everything. I can block bullets with my hands. Oh yeah, I didn't block it with my hand there.
You can only block one bullet per hand, sadly.
Good to know.
Yeah, see, when you block bullets, you can only block one with your hand. Every items, depending on the item, it breaks. Most like sharp weapons like axes and knives, if you point it like in the sharp direction, it'll cut them and keep the weapon in your hand. If not, it'll break a weapon like a pan or something. But other than that, it's mostly just up to chance, honestly. Good job, way to finish that run, way to finish that. Now let's moving on to already the final level, everybody. We're moving on quite fast. He's really killing it tonight.
Yeah. The pyramid is the last level, and time ends on the first frame of the pyramid exploding. So when I get past the gauntlet in the penultimate room, be ready to call time. Well, I'll be ready to call time. Just be ready to stop the timer.
Yes, sir. And this is the most fun level to watch because it's super cool to look at. Because you do a lot of like James Bond level stuff or like stuff from the Matrix in this one. There's actually a trick that my buddy Uni had founded. I was with him when he founded it. It's called the double gun show loophole. What it is basically the gun show loophole, but you use both hands. Is it optimal on a run? Absolutely not, but it's a lot of fun. What he's doing now is he's finishing up the run. Yep.
Time.
And a beautiful speed run under 11 minutes. Fantastic job, David. Seriously.
Really? That was under 11?
You might have missed it. Yeah, it was under 11. It was the 10:46.
Nice job, man. Nice job.
That's not too bad. It's a little over a minute above my PB.
That's impressive, man.
That's actually
really
super
impressive.
great for marathon type settings because, you know, sometimes people get nervous, but I think you handled it very well, David. So, wow, thank you so much for showing that off. I think a lot of people were surprised to see SUPERHOT VR on, and I'm excited and happy that you were able to show it off for us.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun showing it off. Thanks so much for having me.
For sure. Do you or Sam have any like kind of shout-outs, advice for anyone maybe thinking about SUPERHOT VR speedruns?
Absolutely. I would say if you're trying to get into the game, just take your time with it. When you first start speedrunning it, you're going to get frustrated just because the game is designed to be played slowly because it's supposed to be like time stops when you stop moving. So just take your time with it. Play it as slow as humanly possible if you need to, because the game is literally designed for that. So just take your time with it and run, because that's all you're going to get progress in. Is you're not going to get it and immediately like run it like a champ. But it's a fun game to play slow as well. So don't be afraid to try the other mini games. You can talk about those if you'd like, David.
Yeah, at the end of the game, you get these discs that allow you to replay levels, and so that's one of the things that makes this game really approachable for a speedrun. In particular, I want to shout out that there's both a real-time disc and a game-time disc. Go ahead and insert the game-time disc for now. But basically, you can choose from most of the levels that I just did, and you can just practice that level until you feel comfortable with it. And with game time, you're not trying to rush like I did. You could just take whatever actions you need, slowly think about everything, think about the optimal way to take on everything. And then if you feel like you want to bring up the speed a bit, then you could try real time. Like this game has been my introduction to VR speedrunning, and it's been a super approachable, super friendly introduction to it. I started running it during quarantine, and I got to where I am just because I was having so much fun doing it.
Can I ask you a question, David? Was it difficult to kind of overcome, I guess, the physical requirements for a speedrun like this? Was it tough to get your strength up and things like that?
Not for me specifically, but I do make a point of regularly swimming laps whenever I can. And
awesome.
Like doing VR speedrunning was kind of a replacement for going out. So I picked it up to try to continue my exercise. It wasn't completely ideal, but it did the trick.
Awesome. Well, thank you both again so much for being here. If those of you watching did enjoy the run, I encourage you to follow both David and Sam here on Twitch, and I will link those in the chat right now. Coming up next, we have Doom 100% Classic, so we will be right back with that. All right, everybody, welcome back to Time Capsule here on the Games Done Quick Hotfix. We are doing Time Capsule with the theme of 2016 games tonight, and right now I have Dangerous with me for Doom 100% Classic Speedrun with commentary by Meta_Live on Twitch. So, Dane, you want to take it away?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. I'm Dangerous. Also, my name is Dangerous. I love that joke so much. And then, Mr. Meta, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, yeah, my name is Meta, also known by Meta Live. I ran Doom a fair bit. I still go back to it every once in a while, but I put in probably about 1,000 hours into the speedrun, 100% of which is less of my playtime. So Dangerous is going to absolutely blow my time out of the water during this marathon run, and you guys are all going to enjoy that. So I'm very excited. Thank you, Dangerous, for having me on today.
Hold on. Is that Meta Live as in speedrun.com community manager? Meta_Live? What? Do we have a celebrity on the couch today?
Oh my goodness. I think we might.
One of those. So it's a long run, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
Yeah,
We got a little cutscene here that's like 38 seconds, I think, and then time is going to start once I get a pistol in my hand and can start pressing the forward key. That will be right after I break out of a bunch of chains, because I'm chained to a table. That's the heck of a way to start off a game. By the way, in case you don't know, this game is very, very violent. I don't think anybody in here is surprised by that, but I just want to make sure everybody's aware. All right, time is going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. So the very first thing we're going to do is we actually have to fix the HVAC system. The HVAC system is there's a little bit of a problem with it. I have to get up in the pipes to fix it. So we're going to go ahead and climb up right here. I'm going to do a little wiggling. One thing you need to know: collision is optional in this game.
Yes, and this is 100% classic, which means basically we have the 90% rules of you can do whatever you want, so long as you fit the requirements of 100%. And so the trick that Dangerous did there is called paper clipping. It's called paper clipping.
Hold on one sec. Hold on, I gotta listen for an audio cue.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're listening for an audio cue there because we need to hear that audio. That means we picked up the codex entry that is there, and then we can reload checkpoint. Now, when we do that, we end up right back here at the beginning again. We're going to do the same skip, although we are going to do it a little bit differently. If I can actually get up on this mechanical arm here.
Yeah, basically that cutscene is sort of required because we need the codex from it. And of course, all the codices in the game are required for 100%. But we can do a neat trick where we just get into the cutscene, load checkpoint at a certain point. That was the audio cue there. And then now we're going to go and just like navigate out of bounds past the cutscene. And the reason we really want to skip that cutscene, the reason that it's faster to do this skip twice is because that cutscene is like a minute and 40 seconds or so. Like
it's a minute and
like
8.
that, I think.
It's a minute 8 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's still
actually
long enough that if you do the skip twice, it's a lot faster. And the reason why we have to get into this hallway is because the combat shotgun we just picked up is the only one in the entire game. Otherwise, we'd skip it, but it is the only one because it is much faster to go straight to the elevator. Now, like I was saying before, collision is merely a suggestion. Don't believe it when they say that walls exist.
Yeah, basically the way that paper clipping works is like it's sort of two intersecting planes of the geometry, and we can just kind of squeeze Doom Guy in between them. And we called it paper clipping because obviously it's a clipping method and the walls are paper thin. So it was either my idea or Seeker's idea to name.
I believe it was yours actually.
I actually remember.
But Seeker, of course, just found them.
Seeker is big shout out to Seeker, by the way. Seeker has found most things in this game.
Seeker lives up to his name. At some point, somebody joked that we need to stop calling him Seeker and start calling him Finder.
Yeah.
So, as of now, you probably have a few questions, and we'll explain most of the tech starting in level 2 because we're literally packing almost every bit of tech that we're going to be doing in the run right here in this first level. This first level is very, very full of glitches and things. Now, we'll explain what's happening right here in a second, but basically I'm just going to skip this fight because this fight's optional if you know how to skip it. And we did that in order to get that secret. Now, I'm going to load back in, and you might be saying, wait, what just happened? He bounced off the wall. And that's a great question. However, you're probably going to have a more pressing question here in just a second. And that question is, darn. The question is, how did I turn Doom Guy into an airplane? And the reason for that is because of a tech called rail boosting, and we're going to be doing this all over the run. So if you remember strafe hopping from Muffin's run from earlier, I'm having trouble with this for some reason. Remember strafe hopping from Muffin's run earlier? It's kind of our version of strafe hopping, and this is rail boosting and just launching ourselves all over the run. So let me see if I can actually get this.
Basically what's happening, and this is a very hard trick, by the way, so I do not blame you for what is happening right now.
It's random.
Because this is Pebble. We give Pebble its own name as a rail boost because it is very tricky. Anyway, so the way rail boosts work, essentially, it's most commonly done on rails, of course, but we can do it with this ledge here. It's one of the few like non-railing ledges that we can do it with. For the most part, it will be railings. And basically what's happening is it's abusing something in the mantle system called a foot grab. A foot grab is where, like, I forget exactly what it is, but basically you can't play the animation with your hands, and so it just kind of teleports your feet up on top of the ledge if you're, like, kind of clipped into the geometry a little bit. But the problem is that this action is done dependent on your frame rate. And so, if you have 200 frames per second, which is the cap of the engine, you get absolutely launched in the direction that you were facing the ledge at. So we have all these like complex setups with like input buffers and all that kind of stuff. There's like hundreds of different setups in like every other category.
Yeah, you could boost off of a lot of different stuff, and there's boost to all sorts of different things. Now, this first level is very reminiscent of like the All Seekers category because as of yet, we don't have to track combat in these first two levels. We'll start doing that in level 3, But because we don't track combat in these first two levels, it's actually, they're both run very similarly to All Secrets. It's kind of like a modified All Secrets run. And this is probably like one of the better examples of getting a big boost, is jumping to this doll in particular.
Can I ask, do you keep it in 200 FPS like the whole run?
No, we actually are going to forcibly lower our frame rate later on. We'll talk about that, but we all voted to allow the use of RTSS to lower your frame rate in order to do some skips that are, or some boosts that are going to be a little bit trickier to do at 200 because you go too far and too fast and too high.
Launch yourself out of the game.
You launch yourself right into Doom Eternal. You don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah, for the record, we do have a category called Legacy, which attempts to get rid of most of the tricks, including the FPS ones, to make it viable for lower end PCs and consoles and things like that. This, of course, is just like classic, so anything goes, including frame rate based tricks.
Yeah. So if you're familiar with Doom Eternal, they call their two subcategories restricted and unrestricted. We have classic and legacy. Classic is the unrestricted one. Now going into level 2, we have an unskippable cutscene here. We are absolutely not allowed to skip this cutscene. There's no way that you can skip this cutscene whatsoever, unless of course you just grab the door through the floor and then you can totally skip it. You don't have to watch it at all.
This is a new discovery, I think, as of 2022. Yeah, or was that 2021?
Oh no, that was during the MDSR event in August 2021.
Oh wow, has it been
that long?
Oh, it totally was.
Yep.
Yeah,
it happened during the event.
It was like it happened during the event, and everyone was just like in a Discord voice call, just like freaking out. That cutscene is about 30 to 40 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Which not super long in 100%. Still very impressive time save, of course, but absolutely massive in the 80% category, which is down to 18 minutes and 50 seconds now, I believe.
No, 18:26, I think, as of the other day.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You don't play much of the game in any percent anymore.
Yep.
So you'll notice that there's like a couple of these, old school OG looking Doom levels, and the developers hid one level from the classic Dooms in each of these levels in the main game, and they all count as secrets. So you're going to see 13 old school Doom levels as we go throughout. Now this particular jump that we're about to do here is the hardest one in the run, so I'm going to need a little bit of silence to concentrate. Okay, first part done. This is the tough one. And of course, I get it first try in a marathon run. Let's go.
Nice, let's go. PB pace.
I mean, this could end up being a goal just because my gold in my PB is pretty terrible.
Yeah, that area is very like sticky. Oh, here's another
This jump sucks. I hate this jump.
This jump,
I got it.
It's nice. So there's a category we have on our category extensions called Fist Bump, where the goal of the entire speedrun is just to get this doll because of this animation.
And time stops when you punch his little fist. It's so cute.
Yeah. Best category, by the way. But anyway, point being, that jump was found for that category by Dylon57. And saved a lot of time in that category, and saved some time.
Yeah, it ended up being really useful for us in 100%. So this is
fist bump.
This is weird. I have to back up here to get a codex entry right here, and I one time got a PB that was missing a codex entry, and that was the codex entry I was missing, and I lost 2 runs to not having that codex entry. I was very upset, sir.
And that's just because of the route change with the cutscene skip.
Yep, that was it. Because
Yep.
before then, we always got it just automatically.
Yep. I mean, yeah, you run a game for like 4 years, and then all of a sudden something changes. You're like, oh, right.
Yep.
Can't rely exclusively on muscle.
So we had to turn the power on just to be able to grab the auto map there. So there's going to be some points where we have to do a whole long sequence of stuff in order to do one thing. Just one thing. Now this checkpoint that we are at right now is the first real utilization of what we call a hub. And the hub, if I can get this jump pretty please, there we go. The use of a hub is where we checkpoint load on one checkpoint over and over and over. And I always mantle that particular platform for some reason. And so we're going to be doing this a lot in this level where we checkpoint load. Now I am going to show off a slightly different route, one that is about 3 seconds longer RTA, but it is going to show off one rail boost that I just think is really cool. But I have to jump over this little railing here instead of just walking out of the vent, or I would hit a checkpoint, and I don't want to hit that checkpoint. I'm going to line this up. This one's a little...
I don't think I've seen this setup
This
before.
one's pretty precise.
Oh,
this is too high.
nice.
No, this is too high. This is too high. I'm gonna die. I lived. We did it. Oh my
Nice.
god. I thought I was dead.
Against all odds,
So-
he's alive.
Against the odds.
The fall damage system is interesting in this game, and I'm going to try to explain it. And Sabeline Horizon, if you are in the chat, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll do my best. Shout outs to Sab, by the way, absolute legend.
He
around
figured out a lot of the
20
technical stuff behind this run, stuff that we didn't know. Like, he actually found a consistent way to explain rail boosting. Before then, we were just like, you bounce against the thing and you go really fast. And that was the whole explanation.
But the fall damage, I believe, so long as you are above solid ground after a rail boost, the game just assumes you haven't, like, left the ground yet. So you're normally fine so long as there's actual, like, proper collision beneath
But
you.
not always.
Up, but not always.
But not always.
Because if you go up to a height value of, I believe, either 15 or 16,000 units, then it's overwritten and you just instantly explode.
Game.
And that like explosion is just detrimental.
Game, please
it
let
just
me
makes you cry.
into this wall. There we
Even
go.
the sound effect is like, ha, you lose.
No, I'm still in the wall. Game, I got pushed out. Okay, hold on. So there's like a 3.5 minute cutscene or something ridiculous back in that room back there, but that's long. We don't want to do that, so we're gonna do a paperclip that I normally don't have this much trouble with. But of course I'm choking right here at a GDQ. I can
This I don't get this
There we go.
paperclip either. Like, I've gone through probably 4 different periods of, I've got this paperclip consistent, and now I don't, without changing my setup. So I totally get it. It's really weird because you have to do like one paperclip to
There we
get
go.
sort of into this like halfway part, and then you have to jump, and then you have to wiggle through the rest of the way. No.
Yeah, that can
And so the
happen.
thing-
It's not super often, but it can happen.
Yeah, and the thing that went wrong there is, like, again, the ground is kind of sticky. So you have to, there's certain parts of the out of bounds area, like out of bounds navigation in this game, across all categories, where you have to just remember, okay, I need to jump and then move to avoid like this sticky spot. And other spots, it's better to move and then jump.
There we go.
For whatever reason.
Oh, I pushed myself right out. I got the clip like right away, and then I got pushed right out. Come on. Oh, get around the corner. Come on.
Also, shoutouts to Henny for, I don't believe Henny found this clip. I think it was, once again,
This was Seeker, yeah.
But Henny found a very consistent way to do this clip and like spent hours like finding consistencies and creating like a setup video. So shoutouts to Henny.
Yeah, so the way this clip works is you have to do a bunch of jumping against a model that is rounded away from the wall, and so you can literally just jump right out of the wall. And it's very hard to see, like I'm in the wall right now, but now I can't move. Okay, I gotta back up. I don't normally have this much.
Guy shouldn't have had
I
that.
don't normally have this much trouble with this clip. This is actually the first time I've had this much trouble with it in like a really long time. There we go. Hold on. Come on.
I believe.
Yeah, there's like another. There we go. There's like another model you have to get over to get there. Okay. There we go. Now we're through.
Nice.
God, that was.
Woo! I can breathe again.
That's weird. I don't normally have that much trouble with that clip, but
Yeah, I feel you. I really do.
yeah.
I've seriously sat there before for like 10 minutes being like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah. I think I tried learning it live in a run and like spent a half hour trying to figure out how to do it. But yeah, basically it's just really thin walls let you do that. Now we are in the Foundry. This is the first level with actual combat. By the way, this is Frank. Everybody in chat, say hi to Frank.
Hi.
Hi, Frank.
Frank's not having a great day. Frank, well, I mean, look at him. He's
Just look at it. Take a good look.
So Foundry adds combat rating. This is a new function, and Meta, maybe you can explain a little bit more about what that is.
Sorry, function?
Combat rating?
Oh, yes, sorry. Okay, so last level we were introduced. I thought you were talking about like tech or something. I was like, I didn't think there was
combat rating.
Yeah, so combat rating. Okay, so last level we were introduced to challenges. Now we have a new requirement, combat rating, which basically just boils down to how many enemies you've killed. Each enemy has a combat rating assigned to it. And so killing, the littler enemies will give you a little bit less, and killing the bigger enemies will give you a little bit more. And you can measure the combat rating with the little icons up at the top right. We need to fill all those little circles. Each circle that we fill up will give us 1 weapon point, which we will need to upgrade our stuff.
All right.
Also, that jump saved like 30 seconds of just like I don't know. I would say platforming, but it's more like just navigating through like the
it's like a weird,
because you're supposed to get here from the tunnels.
Yeah,
right, I think it's been like 6 years since I've actually gone that way, but.
All right.
Yeah, so right now we're working on our first mastery, which is
Heat Blast.
Yeah, that's yet again another thing that we have to keep track of for 100%.
Yeah.
As we progress through the levels, there's just like many more things that you just need to keep track of in your mind at all times, which is why after doing like I think maybe 5 runs of 100%, I was still using my notes, which I can normally get off of my notes after the first run or two. But this category, there's just so much.
This run is super heavily about adaptation and like changing the route on the fly. Like, oh, I didn't get this upgrade here, so I got to do it here. And so like the early part of the run is very rote execution. But as you get to like level 5, it starts to really be a matter of juggling all of the different things that you have to keep track of. Oh, you jerk! You didn't die.
So yeah, heated core is just basically kill enemies with the mod, right?
It is kill 2 enemies with 1 pull. There we go.
Okay.
So I'm really thin on ammo right now because I didn't pick up an ammo upgrade last level and I don't have the chainsaw yet. So I'm like really, I'm totally out of ammo. I don't think I'm gonna have enough to. I had enough of that, but I'm now.
Oh, I think there was an ammo pickup back there from the imp.
Oh well, too late now. Oh wait.
Gotta go fast.
I think I picked it up because I had 18 after having 0. So now we're gonna actually get our first Argent Cell. We call these Dragon Balls in the community. And I can get my first ammo upgrade. Now we skipped one of these last level, and so you might be thinking, well, but that's not 100% then. Don't worry. We're gonna get them. We're just not gonna get them all at source, is all.
So fun fact, actually, if you shoot that barrel like really early, it's not super precise, but you have to be intentionally doing it pretty much. If you shoot the barrel really early, you can actually just knock the Hell Knight off of the platform.
It has to be with a stun bomb.
Just die in the lava.
Yeah, it has to be with a stun bomb, and you have to time it really precisely. Okay, this Hellraiser's like in a weird spot. So we're already on 17 out of 20 on heated core. That's really good. Oh darn! I didn't get the cool boost there. I got knocked backward. So we were actually like really far ahead. Now so far we've skipped I think 6 Predator suit tokens. And you might be thinking, well, but you need Predator tokens. That's 100%. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get them. Unfortunately, in one spot. You'll see what I mean in a bit at the end of this level. Now I'm
You have a save for
I'm
that?
standing. Yeah, I have a save for that. So I'm standing back there to manipulate the AI a bit to kind of make them behave the way that I want them to. I'm going to go for an animation cancel here. Nice. I am stuck. Well, in classic GDQ fashion, I've never seen that before. I don't know
There's
what
always
happened.
going to be one moment like that, at least.
There's always got to be one, yeah. And mastery, done. So now, this thing is going to fill up on its own. I don't have to shoot the gun anymore to get it to fill up, which means we're going to get a bunch of free hits with no ammo that are going to do a ton of damage. And that's why this is such a useful thing to have early on.
So I guess one thing I don't think that we've covered yet is the topic of difficulty. So this is the 100% classic run, which means that we run basically just whatever's fastest, right? So that does mean we're on the easiest difficulty, just because it allows us to be that much more aggressive. I believe also the AI token system gives less tokens to the demons, so that there's less demons that can fight us at once.
Correct.
Can you confirm that, Dane?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so there is a 100% Ultra Nightmare category. So obviously that's a bit different because Ultra Nightmare doesn't allow you to load checkpoint. And so number one, you can't really go for all the really aggressive strats that you can in this category. But also some strats are just straight up impossible. We can't make use of hubs, which is the rail boost thing that we were talking about earlier, where you load checkpoint and rail boost from one spot.
Yeah, it's because there's no checkpoint loading, the function of a hub is completely negated. The Ultra Nightmare
Both runs
route
are cool and they're very
Yeah,
different.
the Ultra Nightmare route is super different from the classic route because of checkpoint. Checkpoint loading changes everything. And you might be wondering how I was able to pick up the same drone twice. Well, I didn't pick up the same drone twice. I'm gonna pick it up 3 times. So I'm loading checkpoint here because this is going to move us out of the room and it's going to reset that drone for a 3rd time. So I'm going to be able to pick up that drone 3 times. And that's going to let us skip 2 other drones that we would otherwise need to pick up. I do this because I can do a bunch of animation cancels by equipping a mod at the same time that I grab the weapon drone. And that was discovered by a little up-and-coming runner named Meta_Live. Discovered it completely on accident one day.
I tend to do that in this game.
There's a lot of moments
I haven't
of that,
in a few years, but
So the spawns in this room are super consistent. Oh, I have the wrong mod up. There's one imp over here that sometimes likes to stay put, sometimes he runs away. He was nice, he stayed put for me. Good imp. All right, so I have to wait for this wave to spawn in. And if you look down as an enemy spawning in, you can sometimes cancel the chainsaw animation, and the chainsaw animations are about 3 seconds each, so being able to do that starts to add up after a little while. All right, and that is everything. And now we go to everybody's favorite part of the run, token duping.
yay!
So there are 36 tokens in the run. We have to pick up 7 of them at source for various reasons. So we're gonna dupe this one token right here 29 times. So we grab the token and load checkpoint. We sit through the load screen. We wait. We load back into the game. We run up, we grab the token, and we load checkpoint. We sit on the load screen. We wait. We go back into the game. We're going to run up and grab the token. Okay,
Yeah.
we're not going to do this 29 times because I'm not going to subject you to that. That's like 4 minutes RTA. So we're going to load it. We're going to load up another save that already has them duped. You're welcome. Nobody wants to watch this. It's painful enough doing it in PB attempts.
If you're familiar with Ocarina of Time, basically the 100% in that game has a source requirement, or they have a category where you have a source requirement, which means everything that you get must come from its original source. We do not do this in Classic We don't necessarily do it in Ultra Nightmare either.
Well, it's a moot point in Ultra
but
Nightmare because you have to get it.
Yeah,
you have to get everything at source in Ultra Nightmare.
Just because of the way that you can't load checkpoint, it's sort of just there by nature. So, but yeah, it's like it's kind of a
stuck. There we go.
It's a double-edged sword, right? Like the lack of the source requirement creates some really cool routes for this category, but it also creates token duping as a strat. So you give some, you lose some.
That skips a long cutscene where you watch Olivia poking and prodding like an LED screen. It's an annoyingly long cutscene, and so we can actually just get out of bounds and skip that. And you can do that in every category except for anything that is restricted, anything that bans the use of paper clipping. You can do that.
Olivia is using the tower to drill a
And we don't get micro missiles anymore in this route, so I have to do the grenade skip for this part. So hopefully I can get this first try. It's usually pretty easy, but every once in a while the game will troll you a bit on the grenade skip. So normally you're supposed to do some platforming here, but if I stand here, throw a nade, and then jump, I can jump straight to here.
And I believe that's done on Ultra Nightmare.
It's done on Ultra Nightmare, and I don't know why they do it because
which is terrifying.
It's horrible. And so now we're getting
like that can just one shot.
We're getting our first rune trial. So these are equipable upgrades that you can swap in and out kind of at will whenever you want. You can only equip a limited number of them at a time. And so chat, I'm actually going to have Tippy make a decision here about what slot we're going to equip this rune in.
Oh gosh.
You'll be okay, I promise. You'll be okay. All right. So we finished the rune trial. We're going to load back into the game. We are going to upgrade we're going to unlock the remote detonation mod on the rocket launcher to start upgrading that. But at the same time, we are also going to equip a rune here. So we've got this rune slot open, and these two are locked. So Tippy, which slot, 1, 2, or 3, should we put the rune in?
Probably slot 1.
We should probably put it in slot 1. That's why we're going to put it in slot 3.
Right. Okay. So my
Right.
first answer was correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
So that is a little bit of tech called the bite and switch, and if you have any special Jebaited emotes, that's a good time for it. Meta, would you like to explain what the bite and switch is?
So Bite and Switch was found, someone in chat was talking about Biteny's Nightmare 100% run from, what was it, 2020?
AGDQ 2020, yep.
Time flies, holy. Anyway, yeah, so at that event, I believe right before the run pretty much, Byte had accidentally discovered what is now known as the Bite and Switch, where you can place runes in locked slots by basically using 2 different input methods. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dane, you hover over the first slot, which is unlocked, but then you can use either like a controller or just, the arrow keys on your keyboard to then navigate down to the 3rd slot. But you click the first slot and it places it in the 3rd one. So you're basically like playing some mind games with Doom.
I'm confused.
And and you can just equip 3 runes.
Yeah, the game doesn't exactly like you switching between mouse and keyboard or using both the mouse and the keyboard at the same time for like really any kind of menuing stuff. And so that's the reason why something like that is possible. I need ammo like really badly. Give me ammo. And you too, I guess. Okay, well, I'll take ammo from both of you, I guess. That's fine.
So an interesting. Oh, wait, did it like double chainsaw?
It chainsawed the imp with the animation cancel, but it also got the zombie down there.
Oh, right, that makes sense. Okay, so one thing I don't think we've talked about is animation canceling.
Not yet.
And that is very, very common in this game, especially with like chainsaws and different like weapon mod abuses and stuff like that. We'll get more into the weapon mod stuff later. But specifically for chainsaw, if a demon is mid-animation, doesn't really matter what it is, unless it's like, throwing a fireball or whatever. But if it's like climbing on a wall or breaking down a door, like a set animation like that, you can try and chainsaw during that animation, and it will automatically skip the chainsaw animation. So it saves like, 5 seconds every time.
It's like 3. Yeah, it's a small skip, but it's useful. For sure. Now, we used to duplicate this cell multiple times. You could dupe just about everything that is in the environment in one way or another. But we actually found that it's faster to not dupe that cell. There's another cell later on that is a little faster. Oh, I forgot to do swag skip. Darn. There's a rail boost. There's a rail boost you could do that saves 1 second if you get it perfect on the first try. Otherwise, you lose time. So this is our second rune.
Definitely worth going for.
And this one is going to show off just how wonderful the pistol is in this game and how there's absolutely no RNG correlated to this weapon of any kind.
Yeah,
I have the crosshair on the barrel. The crosshair is over the barrel, and I am missing the barrel.
The pistol spread is just ridiculous.
It's horrible. All right, Tippy, we just got our second rune. Of the 2 remaining slots, 1 and 2, which one should we put the rune into?
Can I say 2?
You can say 2. It's going to be 1.
Damn it.
This is fun. I'm having fun. Are you having fun, chat? Is everybody having fun?
I'm having a good time. And a couple of people were asking about who's running the game, and that would be dangerous.
That would be me.
If you are enjoying the run and commentary, that commentator is meta_live on Twitch, and I'm having fun too.
So I'm trying to get DFAs here because that is the requirement for the rune that we just got. So, Meta, if you want to explain how that all works,
Sure.
because I have to focus.
So DFA stands for Death from Above. It basically is just a specific animation that we're looking for glory kills, and that's mastering the Dazed and Confused rune, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna get up to like a high surface after staggering the demons and just perform a glory kill from above. It's a pretty easy one to get. There are some glory kill challenges that are a bit more difficult. Nothing really like the glory kill challenges from Doom Eternal, but there's still some that we have to practice and focus on.
They're a little bit different in Doom Eternal.
Especially in Ultra Nightmare, where if you mess it up...
Oh, well.
So, I see it. Whoa. Hold on.
Wait, didn't I kill these demons already? I thought they were all dead.
They were all dead.
Weren't they all dead? Oh, well. Oh, I forgot something. I have to go back. Oh, wait, no, I didn't forget anything. I'm just kidding. We can go back in here. We can do this fight. And wait, all these demons are back.
Are we in a...
We must be in a death loop. So what we're doing right now is the only instance of combat rating duplication in the entire run. This is the only spot that we know of where you can do this, where you can just leave, come back, and the demons are here again. And in 100%, that is very useful for combat rating purposes, because so far I've gained about 1 extra combat point from having done this. The side benefit is also that I'm upgrading the rocket launcher, which I was getting a lot of trolley moments before where it wasn't getting upgraded, and now I think it's about to finish. Yes.
I would consider this, like that aspect of this, almost just like an equal main benefit from this tech.
True.
And the reason for that is because remote death itself is just like super inconsistent. You could blow up a rocket right next to someone's head and they will just not give you a tick. A tick, by the way, is like when you see the numbers go up for your rune upgrade or your weapon mastery upgrade or anything like that. We call those ticks.
So there's a drone that is up in the ceiling, and after that fight, he's supposed to come back down here, and luckily, if you load checkpoint, he's just right here. Whoops, I did the wrong thing here, but that's fine. So we're gonna get micro missiles. Oh, the dupe tech didn't work. Okay, that's fine. We don't really need to do it here. It's just kind of nice if you do. Okay, that engineer is making me nervous. No! Those guys explode. And on Ultra Nightmare, they hurt. I've been conditioned to respect them greatly because they have killed me many times in Ultra Nightmare. That's why I don't run Ultra Nightmare anymore. Okay, so the geometry on the floor here is a little weird, so I sometimes don't get the DFAs I want. But yeah, right at this point, we're just trying to farm these DFAs to get this tech done. We want this one done as soon as possible so that when we go into the Argent Tower, the next level, we don't have to think about them. We can think about how horrible that level is in this run now. I hate that level so much now. All right. So this room in particular is very tightly choreographed. So I'm like, all of these movements are very, very tightly wound. And if everything goes according to plan, everything will be fine here. I'm totally out of ammo for the rocket launcher though.
And thus improv.
All right, so we can now finish power-up effectiveness. Now we're not going to upgrade anything else that uses tokens until the very, very end of the run, because we basically have everything that we need at this point. Now I need 7 more.
I love seeing like 3 different sets of ticks going
Oh,
up.
it's the best.
Like you're upgrading like
best.
3 different things at
Yeah.
once. I'm like, yes, the efficiency. It pleases me.
All right, you need 1 more. Oh, and of course I'm out of rockets, so I can't do the easy stagger on this guy. Okay, so that is done. Sir, I'm gonna need you to stop. Oh my god, this game is refusing to give me rocket launcher ammo right now. Oh, no way. I actually did not
Wait, what
farm
happened?
enough, so I am slightly shy of combat rating, so that's fine.
Oh, it looked full.
It looks full because it's golden, but it's actually not
It's like
full.
just missing the glow. Yeah.
Now it's full. No, it's not. Okay,
Nice.
Hellraiser,
Wait.
you gotta die, dude. Okay. Now it's full.
There we go.
This took a minute.
Last one in the chamber.
Yeah, so if you like cool rail boosts, you thought the rail boosts were cool, big launch tech, I got good news for you. I'm gonna cap to 175. This is the first instance of capping the frame rate for a rail boost. And assuming that I don't die and have to go kill those guys again for combat rating, you're going to see how we get out of this level without having to watch any of the filter cutscenes. Uh-oh. So get on this rail. Okay. Rail. Gonna need you to play nice right now. There we go. That's a good one.
Oh, beautiful.
That was a good one, actually. That put me right where I want to land, because this is right about where I want to land.
Yeah, that's
That was
perfect.
about perfect. And that is
Very nice.
the Argent facility.
Nice.
Now we go into Argent Tower.
Oh, tower.
Argent Tower. Let's talk about the Argent Tower. The Argent Tower.
More glory kill challenges. Early Gauss. More fun stuff.
2 Omega boosts. That, by the way, run parallel to a humongous energy beam that can kill us instantly. This level, so this people mostly didn't like this level casually, and I was one of those people just because it involved a lot of really. Yeah, I've had that happen before, but
seen-
that's not a common rail boost to get. Normally, you just get shot straight
Normally, you
across.
just, like-
So let's try that again.
That's funny.
Okay, well, I mean, we're in the right spot, so that's fine.
That's another
That was-
weird, like, uncommon one, but it
that was
worked.
a weird one. Yeah,
Normally, you just get shot up and then.
yeah, you like get shot straight across and a lateral. So, we're gonna grab this cell. We have to do a rune challenge, and then we are going to spend a bunch of time ramming our face against a rail over and over. And this level did not used to have a hub, at least not one that was super heavily utilized. Now it is. Because of a bunch of rerouting. So this route isn't even in my PB. This route was found after I got the PB that I currently have. And I am not going back to grind this category to implement that route because this route is horrible. I hate it so much. Big shout outs to Darve for discovering this route. Dara, we appreciate you, and I hate you so much for finding it. I hate you so much for finding this route. Yeah,
It is very cool, though.
Yeah.
It's just extremely difficult.
and you know the funny thing is like this level kind of sucks casually. It was not terrible in the speed run. It wasn't fun, but it wasn't like hate worthy, you know. It used to be that level 8, the Advanced Research Complex, was like easily the worst level in the run. Well, Arctic Tower is now the worst, and you're going to see why in a minute.
I'd still go Arc.
Yeah, Arc is still a terrible level, but nowhere near as bad as Tower is now.
For me, as a runner who is not good at the game, it took me like, I think 18 minutes to do Arc in 100%.
Yeah.
I'm very, very, very slow.
All right, so this is a fun little thing. So we're going to do another bite and switch to get the ammo boost in there. And then this is a fun little rail boost. It doesn't save a ton of time, but it does save a few seconds, if I can actually get the boost. Oh, okay, I got a little wimpy boost, but that's fine. So we need to get up here, hit a checkpoint, then we got to load in. So that's going to despawn all the enemies behind me. Enemies eat your frame rate. And we need them gone in order to do what we're going to be doing here. Now, this is a skip called Early Gauss Cannon. And it may not be clear exactly what that is from the name, so let me explain. Early Gauss Cannon is a skip where we get the Gauss Cannon earlier than we are supposed to have it. It's a true story. Now, I have to get enough height off of this boost in order to do this. This looks good. This looks good. Oh, that was...
Just don't get the checkpoint.
That was just about perfect. Nice. So we just got Early Gauss. Second try is not bad. If you hit the checkpoint up there at the top of the tower, you have to reset the entire mission and do it all over. And that's basically the end of the run. So that's why we do that one first. Now I'm going to go for Swag Boost. Ooh, that was a good one. That gave me a little trouble in practice earlier.
Nice.
I had a quick question that was also mentioned in the chat. Do you have a macro or something for changing frame rate so quickly?
We have a macro, or it's not a macro, but it's a hotkey, plugin in RTSS. So it's all native to RTSS. There's no like auto hotkey scripts that you can. There is an auto hotkey script that we can use, but I choose not to do it. I'm going to die here. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that, I think you were over the void.
I was over the void, yeah. And it's very hard to control that boost after you get really going. Once your velocity kicks in, it's really hard to keep from... Yep, this is going to be too high again. Oh, wait, this may be okay. I think I'm going to die, though, from too much height. Nope, we are good. We got a level, ladies and gentlemen. So that skip right there where we boost into the classic level, the entire rest of the level hinges on getting that secret early. If you don't get that secret there, you cannot do the route that I'm going to show off. It hinges on that particular skip. So we're going to do a little tiny boost here to get into this area. I landed specifically in the middle of the bridge to get these guys to spawn in because I need them for combat rating. There we go. If you get to like the end of the bridge, you can just spawn in without having actually having to fight them, but we kind of want them for combat rating. So this skips a short little cutscene that you would otherwise have to watch by going the intended way, but we don't go the intended way.
Also, you can watch Olivia just like climb on that lift, which is fun.
Nope.
You're supposed to watch it through like the glass.
Okay, we're going to have to spend a second here to get these ticks. So we have to. One of the challenges in this run or in this level is called chiropractor, where you have to give a bunch of imps a neck adjustment, and I'm getting really bad luck here.
Yeah, this glory kill challenge is one of the annoying ones I was discussing, because you have to specifically be looking like around the head area from behind the imp, and it's just inconsistent.
The summoner spawned in, so we are playing a really bad game here. Oh, well, okay.
I was gonna say, were you supposed to grab that quad?
I wasn't, but looks like we're gonna be rerouting on the fly. So this is what I mean about adaptation. Adaptation on the fly is a big part of this run. So I will have to remind me when we get to the lift fight that I have to get one more chiropractor.
Okay.
All right, so you can actually go straight past that fight if you want, but we need to get 5 kills on summoners with the lock-on burst mod in order to master it. And so we unlock that mastery right at the beginning of this level. And so you have 2 free summoners there. It's really easy to get them and take them out so we don't run right past that fight. And we just kill a bunch of other stuff for combat rating. And now we're going to meet a new enemy called the Mancubus. And if you watch my stream at twitch.tv, this is where I play the Big Chungus song because, as you can see,
It's so cute.
Yeah, very cute, yes.
Not the response I was expecting.
Me either, honestly. Oop, please fire the weapon. There we go.
Is there an imp that spawns down here? Can you get chiropractor down here?
I have quad on.
Maybe with a pistol?
I mean, I maybe could do it with a pistol. Although I think all the imps are gone now. Oh, there's one. Ooh, I had to do that quick. I had to do that quick or he would have blown up and that would have been, he would have died from the explosion afterward.
Oh, from the quad
From the quad explosion, yeah.
So power-ups, power-ups. I think that's just an upgrade, right? I don't think that's default.
It's an upgrade for power-up effectiveness. So this is the first of two really stupid boosts that Dara found. So thank you, Darve. Yeah, okay, so this skip's having to do a bunch of platforming where you have to like lift these, get these lifts up into the air, and then you have to do a bunch of climbing. By doing it this way instead, if I can actually get the boost. Okay.
This isn't a mega boost, right?
Well, this is not technically one, but I kind of like to think of it as one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get shot straight upward, but that little bit of collision that we're hitting tends to send you sideways instead.
Do you weapon wheel it or no?
No, you actually can't.
Okay. It's kind of like trimping then, is it?
Yeah, it's basically trimping. The second one is going to be a big trimp. There we go. Oh, no, I hit the cable.
No, the cable. No way, that's so unlucky.
Yep, that happens once in a while. It's not too often.
That is some marathon luck right there.
Yep.
No way.
Not a big deal. I mean, if we go a little bit over time, it's not the end of the world.
No.
So Divine.
Last run of the night, so it's all
last
good.
run of the night. Yep, and then that's the other thing that can happen is you can get sent straight into the beam and just not real fun when that happens.
Hey, those demons are back. Get the shotgun.
See, you can actually hit that button before the checkpoint hits, and then you don't have to keep reloading every time. And
It's all right, Dane. I'm just sitting here comfy. Chad, are you comfy? I'm comfy.
I practiced this before. I like booted up the game. I was like, I need to practice tower today. And I booted it up, and I had so much trouble with it. And I thought, okay, I got all the bad attempts out of the way. It'll go fine during the marathon or during the live run. Nope. This particular skip is one of the bad ones. I could try the buffered setup again, but this one has done me well previously, but it is a little bit inconsistent. I'm going to try the buffered one actually, just because I may have a little bit better luck with it. So
"'Tis a common story of woe for setups working consistently and then just one day not."
Yep. And these setups are always just a little bit inconsistent anyway. Oh, I'm supposed to be zoomed in there. I don't do the buffered setup anymore, so I keep forgetting you have to zoom there. It's one of the few setups where you have to actually be zoomed in while you do it, or it doesn't work.
Yeah, there's like multiple things to keep in mind when you're lining up a rail boost. Not only do you need to keep in mind, obviously, there's lineup point number 1, which is where your feet are going. Lineup point number 2, which is where your crosshair is going and where you're going to be jumping to. But also the angle of which you approach each lineup. Nice. Because the angle can ever so slightly change.
The checkpoint didn't proc.
Wait, what?
The checkpoint didn't proc.
No.
I thought it did. Okay, so we have to do that again. I swear I thought I heard the little click noise. I would have sworn I heard it.
I don't know if my brain is tricking me, but I swear I heard it too. Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
That's the checkpoint. That's the boost that we were going for.
That's it. See, it's first
try, no problem.
Got it.
So then from here,
everything else leading up to that was practice. It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't count. So you drop down there to get a secret. There's like a doll secret there. There's 2 dolls in every level that you have to grab as a secret. And then we go into the lift fight. Now this is the one where I got chiropractor, right? Yeah, I did. So this fight has a healthy chunk of RNG to it. The big enemies are going to spawn in infinitely. Soldier, please? Soldier? Oh, he spawned in a different spot. Okay, I was about to say the soldier usually spawns there, but I guess he decided not today, my friend. So the big guys, this imp is cheating. So these are the last 2 big guys, and I want to keep one of them alive for a little bit just so I can farm out ammo boost and vacuum and get a little bit more combat rating off of these smaller dudes. So I'm going to just try and squeeze a little bit more out of that before I actually kill them off. Okay, that was not very nice, sir. Okay, I had to wait for the checkpoint there. Then we're going to load checkpoint, and we're going to do a boost that saves about 2.5 minutes. What we do, come over here, we whiff the jump here, grab the invulnerability.
RNG manipulation.
Yeah, RNG manipulation. If you ever see me whiff a jump, it's RNG manip. We're going to line up right here on this spot, line up right here against that.
Oh, that looks dangerous.
At the platform. We almost got it, though. We almost got it. Ironically enough, this is the bigger skip, and it's in the actual skip itself is a little bit more consistent than its brother down at the bottom of the tower. That one's inconsistent, only saves about 30 seconds. This one saves about 2.5 minutes. And it is ironically a little bit more consistent, although I think my timing was a little bit off. Oh no, I didn't have enough speed on that one. But this is, I would say that this is the second coolest rail boost in the game, or at least in this run. The first best rail boost is actually going to be the very last one that we do, or almost the last one that we do, near the very end of the run. Line up. And that was good. Okay, it wasn't quite where we wanted, but that's fine. Dude. We can climb the rest of it. I'm okay with that. I just wanted to show off the boost more than anything else.
Dude, that's so awesome. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can just kind of jump to like one of the last platforms here.
Yep.
That's not necessarily intended.
Yeah, the lifting platform changes your y-axis a little bit, and so if you do a single jump input, you can get a nice little healthy boost if you do it at the right time. Now the game will sometimes crash on this on this particular rune trial, so let's hope it doesn't. Now I need to kill these guys with the barrels only. I can't just shoot them directly. I got to blow them up with the barrel. And I have 1 hit point, as you can see. So if they hit me, that's it.
One interesting to discuss about rune trials is they are not mutually exclusive. The difficulty for rune trials is the same no matter what.
Yeah.
And I believe it's set roughly to like hurt me plenty level, which is like the medium difficulty.
Yeah.
So if you're playing on the easiest difficulty, your difficulty gets bumped up for the rune trials. And if you're playing on, say, Ultra Nightmare, your difficulty gets bumped down significantly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hurt me plenty, but they modified the values slightly in it, so it's not quite hurt me plenty. Yes, we got the glitch. So my super shotgun's having a little bit of trouble right now. Yeah, you can.
I have never.
I'm pretty sure I did it at in another marathon. But yeah, if you switch weapons at just the right moment, you can get the grenade to glitch into the gun. It's just a visual bug, but it's really funny because it's just like sticking out of the gun.
There's a couple funny glitches like that. You can. So this game in, I don't know, alpha, beta, whatever, pre-release anyway, it had reload animations for like, you know, actually reloading a gun. There is still reload animations, but it's not like true reloading. Anyway, when it was like Doom 4 and had actual reloading, they made reload animations. So for instance, the combat shotgun has one, and you load shells individually. And it's still in the game, and you can actually glitch out the guns in such a way that those reload animations play. They're a bit janky, but it's quite funny to watch.
We're going to get combat rating without a single Mancubus. That is kind of rare. And for whatever reason, the glitch is still persistent. I think I have to load checkpoint or load a new level. Yeah, normally I'm.
It just looks like some sort of futuristic like iron site.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's.
Had a weird delay there right at the end. The game like took a little while to actually get the end level sequence. Yeah, that's the only level that ends that way. Most levels end by walking through a portal or pushing a button. That one, it just starts a timer where you're on a bit of an auto scroller, and you could speed it up by killing demons faster. But it's just like a weird oddball out for the run.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt for a pacifist.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's been a project in the past 6 years or whatever to get, Doom 2016 pacifist. It's very close. It's not possible yet.
We're almost there, though.
And for many years, we were not able to do Argent Tower pacifist because of that section, because it is reliant on Yuki. However, I believe it was Sideline Horizon, big surprise, and big shout out once again. Sab found that you can either you go far enough away with like a rail boost that the enemies will despawn, or you can like drag them through the through the death laser that runs through the tower, and therefore technically not kill them.
All right, so you can actually, so there's two fights that are supposed to happen in this arena, and for a long time we just did both fights, but then a runner named Lux found Hellraiser. What are you doing? My guy here is like choosing the strangest of routes, and I still didn't get the challenge anyway. Found that you can actually overlap these fights. So we're killing all the imps to get them out of the way because they will just chew through time. Oh, you're still here. Okay, I'm going to use you. I need ammo. So you found that we can actually overlap these fights if you do a little bit of weird platforming. So the part of the reason why you saw me jump that gap very early on at the beginning of the level is because we wanted to get these platforms raised so that we could jump up here and then jump all the way up here. Now I have to get 2 kills at once with the super shotgun to like master it. Of course that didn't work. Okay, you're gonna need to come over here, sir. There we go. So you're gonna see me try to line up these zombies a few times in order to do that. Now we grab that blue skull key, and that's going to spawn in a quad damage and the conditions necessary to get the next fight to spawn in. But we still have these guys from the last fight. Why is everybody still here? Well, Lux found that you can actually get the demons from the last fight to spawn in even while this fight's going on. So we're technically doing 2 fights at once right now because efficiency. We're going for efficiency here. Now these fights are luckily fixed, although I don't always necessarily know which phase of each fight that I'm on at the same time. And that could be a little challenging. Okay, so that's both fights popped almost back to back. I'm going to place the blue skull key here, and then we're going to jump down, grab this skull switch in order to open up the door, the gate, to Red Warrior's favorite item, the yellow skull key. Red Warrior definitely did not forget to pick this up during a live ESA run. That didn't happen. It didn't happen. He's gonna be mad at me for saying that. I love you, Red Warrior. So we have to come up here. We're actually skipping an entire fight by doing the 2 fight method that we did there. We're actually skipping a fight that is going to be done right over there. Through that little alcove. There's a whole nother fight there. And there's 2 summoners there that we could use for mastery on the lock-on burst mod, but there's other places to get that mastery done, so we're going to skip that fight. I'm going to do line up for a skip here. Got it. Nice.
Nice. That's a tricky jump.
That's a tricky jump, but if you are quick enough to turn around, you can usually steer yourself properly. We're going to get our first rune trial of this level, Savagery. This one is going to double the speed of glory kills, and then once it's mastered, triple the speed of glory kills. It is going to get pretty insane late game when we have this mod equipped, or this rune equipped with the Berserk power up. You're going to get very dizzy when that happens. We'll warn you ahead of time when it does. Imp, I need you to die, please. Thank you. Also, imps in this rune trial, for whatever reason, have a really bad habit of clipping into the floor. It's just in this rune trial, for whatever reason. They just... just their feet sink into the floor and their y-axis changes. So we skipped a few cells earlier in the run, and the reason why is because we're going to dupe all of those cells right here. We're going to dupe this cell 3 times to pick it up a total of 4 times. The first 3 pickups are going to be health pickups, and that is so that we don't have to pick up 3 other cells at other various points. Now, this is kind of tricky to do. It requires a little bit of precise timing, but basically, if you alt-tab out of the game while you're still in the middle of that animation, we got the health upgrade, but the cell's still here. This cell is not supposed to be here anymore, but you have to, if you time it where you alt-tab out of the game to force pause it quickly enough, you can make that cell stay there while also getting the upgrade from it. Everything can be duped. Except for
so
combat
I imagine the developers at some point found out, oh hey, if you load checkpoint in the middle of this animation, you can basically duplicate it. And so like, just make it so that the player can't open the menu. But the thing is, if you alt-tab out of the game, or like on console, if you go to your dashboard or whatever, it forces that menu to be open. And so you can still duplicate it.
Ironically, it's actually easier to do that on console compared to PC. So we picked up the ammo one last. If we picked up the ammo one first, we actually wouldn't get to keep the ammo post dupe. But now that we have all our ammo back, we can take these guys out. Normally I'm like running really thin on ammo that I need at this spot, but because I get that cell there now, no problem. Now there's a Hell Knight here. And the Hell Knight's gone. Coming here to get a secret. Now, we're not actually going to grab that chain gun because there's a, 5 or 6 second animation that comes with picking up that chain gun. We don't want to watch animations. We want to skip them. Oh, that is not who I meant that for. There we go. Okay. This jump can eat your double jump sometimes, so I had to time that kind of precisely. Okay, we're at 3 out of 4 on sweep. That's good. We'll need to pick up one more sweep the leg in the next arena. Again, adaptation. You gotta, if you don't get a challenge somewhere, you gotta get it somewhere else. And so you have to be able to pick and choose on the fly where you do certain things.
We have an interesting question here that I would like to address.
Go for it.
What happens if you try to dupe over the limit of the upgrades that exist in the game? It depends on what you are duping.
Yeah.
If you're duping weapon upgrade points or Praetor Suit tokens, it's fine. It'll just
But you can't dupe weapon upgrade points.
I guess overflow. Right. Anyway, I forgot about that. You can't dupe everything in this game.
Yeah. Anything in the environment
Praetor,
you can dupe. But
yeah. Praetor tokens. For instance, you could just dupe I think maybe it stops at 99. I'm not really
I believe it
sure.
stops at 99, but it's hard to tell. I also forgot to upgrade this.
You can get way more than you need, that's for sure. But interestingly enough, if you duplicate the Argent cells over and over and over again until you have no more upgrades, the next time that you interact with an Argent cell, it has its own a graphic for it, which is kind of interesting.
There you go.
No casual player would ever see that. But yeah, it's just I don't know, it's kind of it's not blacked out, but it's redded out, I guess. It's weird. So there's a unique state for if you've duplicated too many Argent cells, which I don't know why they would have accounted for that, but it's
it's very strange. So this one, I just have to DFA 3 Hell Knights, and so I'm going to melee them a bunch of times to actually inflict more damage than I would normally with this gun. You actually your fists do more damage than bullets with this particular gun, which I just think is really funny because it's so Doomslayer. And so you can get the
at least in this game.
At least in this game, so you can get the stagger to proc a little faster than if you were to just shoot them outright. And so now we have both of what we call the glory kill mods, and so or the glory kill runes. So when we get to late game, it's going to be pretty funny. I actually got vacuum done already, so I could swap in both of them right away, and that'll be kind of nice. We can start getting mastery on those. to grab this haste, and I want to squeeze as much mileage out of this haste as I can because I'm moving faster, much faster right now with this thing equipped. So I'm going to try and just move as much as I can. I'm actually going to go for a kind of risky Gauss jump here. Nice. Oh.
Hello, Doom guy.
Oh, you found a friend.
They were blocking the drone, so I couldn't pick up the drone. They were actually blocking the hitbox on it. So I had to wait for them to expire. That was nice.
They're trying to get your autograph.
Yeah. So what you might have noticed in Foundry is that pulling classic level levers is long. It's 7 seconds each. So if we can get them from out of bounds. Ooh.
This area is like ridiculous. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. Basically, there's a bunch of like invisible little bits of geometry through that area where you can just see through the void. It's kind of shaped like a staircase, mini staircase. So you have to jump, move.
There we go.
It's tricky. It's all these little bits and pieces that you need to memorize for out-of-bounds navigation that makes it interesting.
Yeah, and it takes a
I know
good
not
bit of
everyone
practice.
loves out-of-bounds navigation, but it's it's perhaps a bit more complex than you may think.
Oh, I had a sweet one and I whiffed it. This is not gonna work. Nope, didn't work. That's fine. I tried.
Some of you might have been looking like, oh, there's no chance. But trust me, that Super Shotgun has some.
There is some RNG on it too.
Sometimes. There is some RNG on it as well. But sometimes, if the Doom gods are favoring you that day, you can get some nasty wins. Just melts the bear.
Yep, that quad damage.
So you just like totally killed that guy in like one shot. What happened there?
Well, you're gonna have to explain
like-
because I'm doing a speed run right now, Meta.
So that mod is called Siege Mode, and we have a trick in this game called Instant Siege Mode, or the DKSMS, Dreamer King Siege Mode. This was originally introduced to the speedrunning community by Dreamer King. So shout out to Dreamer.
Big shout out to Dreamer
It
King.
was found like individually by I think like 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
But it was never brought to the attention of the speedrunning community. It was just like casual players that happened to find it and post like videos on YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, Dreamer King brought it to the attention of the community. Basically, it abuses what I was discussing earlier, which is animations. Big surprise. There's a lot of that in this game. You basically are overlapping the melee animation with the charge up animation of the Gauss cannon. So you're canceling it out. You're basically charging up, quote unquote, you're charging up the Gauss cannon siege mode shot within the speed of the melee shot. The melee attack.
Yeah.
So it's essentially instantaneous. Not actually instant, but it may as well.
It's a lot of time saved over the course of the whole run. You skip all those charge animations, you're talking about at least 5 minutes of time saved, probably more.
Yep.
Oh.
And so another thing you'll see Dangerous doing in between fights is just like shooting ammo into the ground. The reason for that is because we're trying to master the ammo boost run, and the way you do that is by picking up ammo. So as you can see here, we're shooting, we're collecting as much ammo off the ground as possible. And so yeah, basically we're just expelling that ammo in the meantime if we have nothing else to do, so that we can just pick more up basically for the ammo boost.
Yeah, get the rune upgraded as quickly as possible and as early as we can, because we want these runes done very early, because the less we have to juggle later on, the easier it is to manage everything else that you have to do late game, because late game upgrading is kind of a hassle. So you are holding up the fight.
What, you don't want to upgrade absolutely everything in Denur?
No, I've done that before. I hated that. Okay, I think there's an imp, and I'm hoping there is. I actually want an imp alive. Nope. Darn, that's okay. I got 131. That should be fine. fact, I'll even spare one. And fun fact, you can actually get on this ledge up here and end the level that way.
I've never seen that.
Yep. That's a...
1,000 hours in this game, and I thought I had seen everything. I haven't.
I've got 1,500. I'm still seeing things I've never seen before. All right, now we go to AFD. This is a fun level because we're going to, if you thought we farmed anything before, we are turning into ranchers in this level. This level's got some farming involved in it.
All right, then.
The Argent Tower is destroyed.
So I picked up the codex entry right there. And fun fact, if you get up here and you bang your head against the ceiling, you can hit a checkpoint, and then when you load in the checkpoint, you're outside. Just like this.
Yeah, so that checkpoint trigger just extends slightly below the ceiling of the first room. It's supposed to be for a secret for a doll that's above you. But the checkpoint trigger just extends below, so you can hit it, load the checkpoint, and grab the doll all in one.
Yep.
It's like super awesome.
We got a really fast paperclip there too, going into the classic level. So that paperclip to classic level saves about 5 seconds. Okay, kind of a weak boost there, but that's okay. So we have to come in here, grab this codex. Now there's a cutscene that you're supposed to watch, but a runner by the name of Ferb found that if you stand here and do a big old boost, this is not enough. Yep, have to reload. That's fine. You can actually skip that cutscene, but this is a big boost. And it's very, very tricky to pull off sometimes. There we go.
Nice.
So getting to this from a different platform was actually found, I think, 8 hours into the game's release. I think like 8 hours later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blood Thunder.
Blood Thunder found it.
I'm pretty sure Blood Thunder, either during his casual playthrough or like immediately afterwards, found it. Oh, the early days.
Those are before I even showed up.
Same. Now I feel like I'm a Doom boomer.
I was actually going to ask what got you both into Doom speedrunning specifically.
I'll let you go first, Dane.
So, way back when, I'd been playing this game on PS4, and I was trying to beat Ultra Nightmare. And if you don't know what Ultra Nightmare is, it's Nightmare, the highest difficulty, with permadeath. You have one life only, and if you die, that is it. You go back to level 1. It's very difficult. And so, by the way, fun little boost here. And so I was trying to beat it, and so I went on YouTube looking for help and any advice that I could find from anybody, and I found videos from a little unknown whippersnapper from the time named Bite Me. Some of you might know that guy. He became a big figure in Doom speedrunning afterward. Oh, I have no... I need the imp. I have no ammo.
Yeah, definitely a pioneer in both the Doom speedrunning space as well as the, permadeath space.
He actually played nice today. He jumped up. So I had to kill that Revenant midair. And so I was kind of trying to garner some advice from him, and he was like, "Hey man, you should come watch me on Twitch." And I was like, "What's Twitch?" And he was like, "Oh, it's a gaming platform. Come watch." And so I jumped onto the platform and started watching him do runs, and he and I ended up becoming good friends. And even to this day, he's actually like one of my good friends. He's very busy nowadays. He's got 2 kids and a very important job that that indisposes him. So I miss you, Bite. But I got stuck around the Doom community, and then from there I started speedrunning other stuff. And when we were establishing the 100% Ultra Nightmare category, which was originally what I was running like way back when, they also established this category, 100% not Ultra Nightmare. I realized it had expired already, and I was just standing there waiting. And so I was like, I wonder what would happen if you like try to shove as many glitches as possible into this run. And then in 2022, Tippy DM'd me over Discord and said, "Hey, you want to do hotfix?" And here we are. Like a year ago. No, thank you for having me. This is fun. So I'm going to try to get 3 pips of fuel spent because I'm trying to get the last 100 ammo for this. Okay, sir, you need to stop that. That's very rude. So we're actually getting lucky. So sometimes this fight can kind of glitch out and the spawns are really slow. It is unfortunate when that happens. Oh, if I can get... there we go. Okay, that's that whole fight. So I'm picking up stun bomb here, and then we're going to head outside. We're almost ready to the farming place, so Meta, if you want to answer the question too, this is a good spot for it.
Oh, right. Yeah, so I started in February of 2018. I've actually only been running for a little. I started running, actually I was running Prey first, Prey 2017. And I really enjoyed that game. The only reason I got into speedrunning that is because I had finished it casually and just kind of wanted to see what the speedrun was like. And I was like, oh, maybe I could do this. Maybe this is actually something I can do. Turns out I could. And so I really enjoyed running Prey, and I enjoyed the people. Like, I thought it was like a really cool community. And it just so happens that the Prey community is very much the same community, pretty much, as the Doom 2016 was, or at least it was at the time. Keeping in mind that both communities were very small at the time. This was in 2018. There was maybe 3 or 4 active runners. So quite a bit smaller than it is now. So yeah, it wasn't until August or so that I started actually speedrunning Doom. And yeah, I fell in love with any percent at first. I started running, at the time I had created the category, I dubbed it no rail boost and no glory kill killing, for short, or no RB2K. And that ended up becoming Legacy. So now that is the Legacy rule set for Doom. Which then, sort of, when Doom Eternal released, we sort of took that sort of same concept of Legacy and applied that to become no major glitches in Doom Eternal, which is now any percent restricted. So that's like a whole timeline of evolution of games and categories there. And then at some point, Dangerous messages me and says, "Hey, do you want to come do commentary on GDQ hotfix?" And here we are.
And here we are today. Thanks for sharing.
So you might be wondering why I have not killed this summoner yet, and the reason why is because this summoner in particular has a very weird property. Summoners are normally supposed to spawn in a finite number of enemies. However, you notice I'm just killing Hell Knights and Hellraisers over and over and over and over and over. It's because this particular Hellraiser, for some reason, is broken, and it just lets you she just spawns in infinitely. And so we are. Oh, I am actually overkilled right now, but that's okay. I wasn't paying attention. I was so focused on the explanation. So we're actually probably going to finish combat rating in this fight, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Where is that imp?
Rather have too much than too little.
Yeah, rather too much than too little. Because I have had too little in a marathon before. Oh, we are just shy, but that's okay. We only need about a quarter of combat rating missing. So we're going to be way overkilled for the end of the level. So
you slap a demon, you're done. Your combat rating is
pretty
good.
much, yeah.
So you're fine.
So this is the most difficult rune trial in the entire game, so I need to focus very intently right here. Okay, phew, we got it. Okay, that's a very difficult rune trial. Sometimes those things, they move out of the way. Sometimes they attack you. It's a very difficult rune trial.
I have failed that. There's a category on our category extensions called All the Rune Trials. Kind of a meme category, but also like I found it really fun when I was grinding it.
You grinded that?
And I. Yeah, I mean, when I say grind, I mean like I grinded for a night.
I get you.
It's a 6-minute category. You can't grind it for months on end for sure. But Yeah, while I was grinding it, I definitely failed that a couple times and some other rune
I
trials.
just noticed I think I didn't upgrade tack scope. So this is where we're supposed to meet the Pinky, but we met him a lot earlier because we we skipped into that thing from before. I was supposed to upgrade this before, but that's okay. I didn't really lose anything out of that.
Yeah, we don't do anything in the correct order. Nothing in these like classic unrestricted categories is ever in the right order. But hey, that's the fun of it.
There we go.
And ammo boost
Is
done. Nice.
Okay, so double trouble's done.
And double trouble done.
Yeah, double trouble's not normally done here. It's usually at the beginning of the next level, but works out nicely that we have it done here.
Dangerous.
So, if you like rail boosts, guess what we're gonna do?
Glory kill clip.
We don't even do that in this category anymore.
There's no glory kill clips in this category.
Well, there's the chainsaw
Man,
clip in the next level, but that's
True.
that's a little different.
It kind of counts.
It kind of counts, but it's a little different. Oh,
It saddens me that glory kill clips are like, I think, are they completely routed out of 80% now as well?
I am stuck. I believe no. There's Foundry.
Oh yeah,
I'm stuck.
you're oh
Nope. That's not where we're supposed to be.
oh okay.
So I have to do that again. That's okay. I assumed I wasn't going to get that first try because it's a very tricky out of bounds spot to navigate.
Yep, I remember. I'm pretty sure for every category, including classic 100% and 20%, back in maybe 2019, 2020, glory kill clips definitely dominated as far as tech goes. But then when paper clips came along and we realized, oh, you could just kind of wiggle through any wall, glory kill clips were unfortunately somewhat obsolete.
Oh wow! I actually clipped in bounds here. That's weird. That's not normal. Yeah. So
Would you say that's never happened
no,
before?
that's happened before, but it isn't very common. We already had a that's never happened before moment earlier.
That sometimes rarely happens.
That sometimes rarely happens. Yeah, exactly. All right. So I got this actually first try in my PB. Funnily enough. Oop.
Someone in chat says it's a really tough trick.
You know what? This is a pun-safe zone, so y'all are good to go off.
Give us your best puns.
All right. Can land in the right spot. There we go. Gonna land here, and then we're gonna jump to land here. There we go. That's what we were trying to do
Nice,
before.
okay.
We're gonna get stuck in between these two pillars,
But the Gauss too. Nice.
and then there's this, glass that's protecting the inside of the train. But if you line up very specifically, which I apparently cannot.
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone actually has a good explanation as for why this works.
It's just the collision models being weird.
Yeah, my best explanation or my best guess explanation is that it works somewhat similarly to paper clips, except instead of like fitting through the plane, you're just like seeing through and interacting through the plane.
Yeah, the planes don't overlap each other, so
But
you can basically
also-
see through them kind of like this, and that makes it easy to do that. Also, this is the funniest glitch in the game to me. You can headshot your own hologram, and it counts toward weapon mastery, and I just think that's the funniest thing. So you can they'll try to time it at the end of the train, so you can see the death animation from the hologram. Let's see if I can time this properly.
Yeah, so the game treats your own hologram, which is supposed to just be like a clone of you to distract
It's so dramatic.
to distract the demons. But the game treats it no differently from any other, like, I don't know.
But it only does that on the train when you're moving horizontally. It doesn't do it anywhere else. So like if you try to do it,
Wait, really?
it only works while you're on the train because that's the only place where your horizontal momentum is being basically controlled by an outside force.
And that makes the hologram give you a weapon upgrade tick?
Yes.
Cuz Doom.
Don't try to ask me to explain it. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is it's weird.
We have, okay, so there's a lot of really weird like scenarios like this
Sure.
in Doom
I have shut your head,
speedrunning.
please.
So we actually have an emote on Frankerface Z called Cuz Doom.
Cause Doom.
Costume. Because sometimes there is no reason other than costume.
All right, so that's our last health upgrade. From here on out, we are getting armor upgrades. Now, the challenge in this level, or the one active challenge that we have to do is we have to get what we call bottle opener glory kills. And so I have to set this up very specifically. These guys are crowding me right now. Gentlemen, I need you to not, please. On Ultra Nightmare, by the way, these guys do like 45 damage each, which is too much. Okay, we got it all. And so you're going to see me also go for headshots. You're going to see me miss about half of them because I'm not very good at the game. Dude. There you are.
It doesn't help that when you like stagger them, they go.
Yeah, they have like a bunch of movement. It's very annoying.
You're like, oh no.
So we'll have a story about this particular level or this particular fight in just a second.
Probably one of my favorite arenas. I don't know if I can commit to a favorite arena.
It's a good arena.
But like, definitely up there.
Please fire the weapon, dude.
I would say one of the ones in Argentina, but by that point in the run, I'm just stressed.
So
I can't enjoy
I'm
it.
specifically avoiding everything but these guys, the Hell Knights. And the reason for that is because I want to... Oh, we're done with ammo boost. The reason for that is because if you kill... If you kill Hell Knights, specifically with the chainsaw, you do not cycle the fight any faster. And that's good, because these guys will spawn in infinitely until... okay.
And that was discovered by Hars, I believe, right?
No, it was red. I think it was red. I might be mistaken about that.
Probably one of the two, anyway.
Yeah, and then Bite kind of refined the route to account for it. All right, so this summoner needs to not. Please don't, ma'am. These shield guys are a bit of a problem, so I'm going to go for them whenever I see them because they'll hunker down and stay put. I have no fuel. I need to grab fuel. I really need to grab fuel. Oh my god, I have no ammo right now. This is what we mean about adaptation.
I'm surprised you haven't rail boosted across this room yet. Every one of these like railings is easily rail boostable, such that you can do it accidentally a lot, and it can send you to a part of the room where there's no demons. And you're like, oh, I gotta run back.
So there is a 3.5 minute cutscene that you normally have to watch. However, if you line up right here, and then you aim right in this spot, and you wiggle back and forth, you can, if the game will let me, pretty please game, pretty please, pretty please, pretty please, game, please. Oh my god. I normally can get it faster than this, but ever since I started derusting, I've not been able to get this quickly. Come on.
Once again, shoutouts to Seeker, who is now in chat, by the way. Hello, Seeker.
Hi, Seeker.
Thank you for everything you've done for this
Thank you for finding this. I hate you. Even though I asked you to find it.
Basically.
There we go.
When you need to skip something in Doom, you go, "Hey, Seeker, I'm trying to skip this area," and he's like, "All right, I got you."
He's like, "I got you, fam."
10 minutes later, he provides you with a multi-minute skip. You're like, "Okay, cool."
I looked for this skip for 3 years. For 3 years. And I said, "Hey, Seeker, since you got the game open, you want to find a skip for the Office cutscene?" And about 10 minutes later, he posts a video. And I said, "You did not." I looked for it for 3 years. This guy finds it in 10 minutes. I was so mad. All right, so now the reason why I went into the elevator shaft initially is because if we don't go in the elevator shaft, these zombies are not spawned in. Now, this is William.
That was super
clean. This is William. William's going to help us get inbounds. We need to get back inbounds because we need to get a codex in here. This is the only glory kill clip we do in the entire run, and it is, ironically enough, one that we used to get inbounds, where most glory kill clips are used to get out of bounds. So you just kind of have
William,
to
please.
wave back and forth a bit, and then you can get through. That's Brett. Brett sometimes ends up being the candidate for the glory kill clip, but in this case, Brett stayed put. So, yeah.
Hold on. Seeker just said in the chat, just paperclip. Is there a paperclip there?
I don't think so. If there is, he hasn't shown it to me.
New strat?
Please don't. You've done enough, Seeker. You've earned retirement. Please stop. Oh, he blew up.
Seeker's too
Trying to get
busy
these
grinding
headshots
Elden Ring these days.
while also getting explosive shot. Oop. While also getting explosive shot mods. You're seeing me like kill these guys with like random smaller weapons, and that's the reason why. Is because I'm trying to get the masteries done for each of them. Now, normally I would actually kill this this Mancubus right here that's about to spawn in, but I unfortunately I got a little too happy with my chainsaw the last fight, so I don't have enough ammo to do that, or enough fuel rather. So we are really going to combat raiding. I'm going to spawn these lost souls in, grab this ammo, and then I'm going to head to the airlock. And so when I load into the rune trial and then load back out of it, those lost souls are going to despawn, and that's going to be very useful because if they hit you midair, they reset your velocity to 0. And if I'm over a void, oh well. Oof. All right. So this is blood fueled. This is another rune trial. This is one of the more annoying rune trials because if you kill a demon, you can move for 3 seconds, and then they lock your velocity or your movement speed in place, which is about to happen. Yep, I can't move. Okay, now I can move. So I have to keep these guys consistently getting killed. Oh, there you are. Or I can't move myself. I can jump up and down, but I can't move around on the X plane. And luckily, when you get down to these last 3, they funnel to you as a fail-safe in case one of them gets stuck and kind of soft locks you out and you have to run the timer down. Now, we are going to utilize another hub. This hub coming up here is the reason why Advanced Research Complex was for a long time the most hated level in this category. But thanks to the new reroute of Argent Tower, this is now 2nd place. I'm going to try and get that. Nice. We're going to do a little bit of platforming around here to get all the stuff that we need. I'm going to drop down here, get this cell. And then the little pro tip for this section, we're going to pick up the cell and then we're going to load checkpoint. That is going to actually put us back where we need to be. And we don't have to deal with the lost souls there. Really nice. Now we're going to do this rail boost right here 6 times.
Yay, hubs. I do like this boost though. It's cool.
This is a cool boost, but doing it 6 times is a little nauseating after a while. Oh! No!
Oh,
no!
Recover. Oh, okay, maybe not.
Yeah. I got a little too far and landed on a plane that you can't exactly climb up. Okay, so this is number 2. We want to get to platform number 4 to start. We're going to do some very fancy platforming through here. We're going to drop down onto this door frame to hit this secret, and then jump back up. Make a very scary jump over here. You can dive very easily on that jump. I am not sure. Okay, wait, this is fine.
I love how many secret triggers you can hit from like out of bounds and like unintended areas. Yeah. Makes you feel sneaky.
So we got the red guard secret and the drone secret there. Now we're going to do the boost again. We're going to do this 4 more times after this one as well.
Well, while we
this is a good
are
one.
boosting, I just want to say that if you are watching this on YouTube from the future, make sure you go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you are interested in seeing the content live. We start most weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. And thanks so much, everyone, for being here and joining us.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you are enjoying the run. I have never been able to show this run off at GDQ before. This is the first time that this particular subcategory has been able to be shown off. at a GDQ event, and of course, right as I say that, I explode and die. Good timing on that game. Thank you so much.
Isn't that the way?
It's always the way.
This is the way.
Yeah, I should mention we do the boost 6 times, but that includes 6 times successfully, plus however many mistakes I make in the process. Okay, this is a little high, but this is fine. It's actually a good spot to land on. All right, now we need to get to platform number 3. If you go too low there, you'll actually explode. So we want to stay up above this tunnel right here as much as we can. Jump in here, grab the codex, and then we load checkpoint. Now we've done the entire interior area of this middle tower. Now we are going to do some other interesting stuff. If you've played a Doom game before, you will be familiar with the concept of the BFG. BFG, of course, stands for the Big Fluffy Gun.
Yeah.
Big friendly gun,
Totally.
depending on who you're talking to. So we are going to get the BFG right here. This is good. Yeah, this is good. So unfortunately, you're not going to get to see it in action just yet. One jump. There we go. So we just picked it up. Now, this is not a recent reroute, but as far as like recent changes to this particular level go, this is actually a fairly recent change in the grand scheme of things. We're going to do this boost again. We did not used to do this boost. We would actually play the rest of the level inbounds from picking up the BFG. But, this is actually a really good boost for this. If you boost to right here, land on this platform, you line up, land here, and then jump down into this area. You can...
That's some snazzy out of bounds.
You can hit the secret here. Then we're going to exit to the menu. And fun fact, you can do rune trials from the menu, and only because of that can we do this particular route. We're going to do this route from the menu, and then we're going to load back into the game. And the reason why we do that is because if we try to do this this rune trial from inside the game like normal, after having done that skip, we would be soft locked. We would be completely stuck in that room, unable to get out. And so this is the only way to do that skip without soft locking the game, is to do it from the menu. And what's funny is Darve and I were trading the world record back and forth for a little while. And funnily enough, he and I both figured out to do that completely independently of one another. Because the one day I DM'd him on Discord and I said, hey, I figured out a new route. And he's like, oh yeah, I've been doing that for like a month. I was like, oh wait, you did? I didn't know that. So now that we have those runes, we can equip them. And this is important. I forgot to do this the other day on my D-Rust run. We need those runes equipped because we're going to try and get those mastered as soon as we can. This is the last boost that we have to do. And this carries us right into the end level fight.
Nice.
And we grabbed it from midair too, which is awesome. I love that boost when you can pull that off like that.
Right to it, hole in one. So just for those of you who weren't here at the very start of the run, those like boosts that Dangerous is doing there, those are called rail boosts. To TLDR it, basically you get stuck in some geometry and there's a system in the game that's supposed to teleport you up to the top of the geometry as like a faux mantle kind of thing. And the way that it does this is tied to your frame rate. And so if you do it at 200 frames per second or 175 frames per second, you get shot out from that piece of geometry at speed relative to the frame rate that you have.
All right, so I'm going to try and get blood fuel upgraded by, one of them pulled a get down, Mr. President, and jumped right in the way. Okay, we're gonna do it again. I got the rounds to spare, so we're gonna, gonna wait till the Cacodemons up here spawn in. Gonna go for a glory kill, and then BFG the entire arena. So the reason why we glory kill early there, nice, I got a round back, is because we need to upgrade blood fuel, and blood fuel requires demons dying. Why are you not dead, sir? Go away. Requires demons dying very shortly after you... Oh my god, there's a shield guy. Of course there is. There's always a shield guy. Requires that you get kills on demons very shortly after a glory kill. So we glory kill a demon and then just BFG the arena, and every death that happens by that BFG counts toward blood fuel. And we need to do that for 50 kills. So we can actually get it done pretty quickly. But we need to be very precise about how we do that and be very conscious of glory kill an enemy, then BFG the arena. If you don't do that, then you're going to be upgrading that the hard way, and that can be very, very annoying. And now we go into the Lazarus Lab. This is the final 5. This is the first level that has an actual boss fight. So far, every boss fight has really just been like a bigger demon that we end up just meeting all the time later on in the game. So there's not really any boss fights until you get to this specific level. And the boss fight in this category is very challenging. It's a very difficult boss fight. Super hard.
You'll find the helix.
So
The
go ahead.
the pacing of boss fights is really interesting in this game. You basically don't do any boss fights for like maybe 2/3 of your playthrough.
Yeah.
Like let's say you're
Give or
doing a
take.
casual playthrough, and then you get 3 boss fights.
3 boss fights in
the last
5 levels.
In the last third of the game. Yep.
Very, very weird. So there's actually some pretty specific timing to doing this bit right here. I'm going to swap mods, drop down, wait till everything spawns in, release the heat blast, do a glory kill, and then send a BFG round down the arena. By doing this, I am going to upgrade or get ticks on Intimacy is Best, Blood Fueled, and I'm going to do one of the mission challenges all at the same time.
Efficiency!
The timing is actually very precise on that. You have to be very, very careful about timing things properly or it doesn't work.
Also, fun fact, this room, like casually, it has this like gimmick where the door is open, like teasing you, and you're like, oh, maybe I can go walk through here, and then it shuts in your face. That is open actually for just long enough that if you want to, you can Gauss boost through the door and skip the arena by just walking up the door. Of course, this is 100%, so
we have to do this
we
fight.
want combat rating, we want ticks, so we have to do this fight. But it is funny that you can kind of just walk through the door.
Okay, I have no soldier. Okay, there we go. I'm like looking for soldiers right now. So one of the optional challenges, which are required in this category, is kills on soldiers, glory kills on soldiers, and like none of them are spawning in for some reason. So that's 3. And then I just need 1 soldier and 1 Hellraiser, and then we're good. Hi. You're mine. I need a Hellraiser. No, I need a Hellraiser. You're not a Hellraiser. I need a Hellraiser. Hellraisers, please.
Where are they?
Okay, I might just do it on a regular soldier. That should be fine. Oh, these guys are infighting now. Cool. That's not a variant. I need another variant.
Yeah, so I don't know if it works exactly the same as Classic Doom. Is it just that, like, if one enemy happens to hit another one, then they'll aggro on each other?
That's exactly what it is.
Is it that simple?
It's that simple.
Okay.
Kind of curious, actually, how much of the run would you say is like RNG like this, where you're like looking for one enemy and they're not
I
spawning?
mean, if you account for enemy RNG, a pretty good chunk of the run is RNG based, just because you are kind of dependent on enemies moving in a certain way and having to account and kind of adapt to them. Luckily, there's nothing like, Dompe and Ocarina of Time. There's nothing like it's like really actual RNG like that. But enemies can be really unpredictable and cause a lot of problems.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I think and again, correct me if I'm wrong here, Dane. Just jump in. But I believe there's 3 different sort of like layouts for any particular arena regarding the spawns. There is static spawns, which means the demons will spawn the exact same type in the exact same position every single time you boot up the game. Does not matter. There is influenced spawns, which means it depends on like where you're standing or where you're looking or something like that. We'll actually encounter one of those within Lazarus Labs, and we can manipulate that fight heavily, and it's very fun. And then there's obviously just complete randomness,
Swag shot right here. Nice.
which there's not a ton of, I don't think.
Now we're going to go into another rune trial here, and this is to get a kind of a whatever rune. Like, nobody really likes this rune that much. This rune kind of sucks. You know what I mean? This is Rich Get Richer.
It's kind of just a throwaway.
It's kind of a throwaway rune. Basically, it involves if you have your armor over 100, you have infinite ammo. You know, it's whatever. Nobody really needs this that badly. We're very subtle with the sarcasm, I hope.
It's okay. So, sarcasm aside, this is what we call an alpha rune. That being, for runes and for weapons, we have like an alpha rotation, or I guess for the runes, it's really just like an alpha set. Those being like just absolutely by far the best runes that you want to have on at all times. As Xander's mentioned, if you didn't catch it, this rune gives you infinite ammo. And you know what that means? That means infinite, instant siege mode. Mm-hmm. So, you can just melt through
It's a little broken.
It's a little broken.
Okay, blood fuel's done. That's good. So we can swap out blood fuel for seek and destroy. And then I unlocked the rest of the siege mode mastery. Now the siege mode mastery is kind of inconsequential because the mastery lets you move during a charge up, but we don't charge it because we don't need to. I actually swapped in the wrong mod. This is supposed to be Rich Get Richer. You know, we don't move around, but we still need to get it done at some point. So it kind of makes the most sense to do it here, even though we don't really need it. We have to get it done at some point, so now I'm going to try and go for as many headshots as I can here just to get this mastery done. Problem is this, I'm like nervous about this. This Mancubus has a tendency to do his AoE attack, and his AoE attack moves you. Hey, sir, just go away, please. You're bothering me. Oop, I need 3 more.
The dive!
The dive upward, yep.
That soldier. Holy crap. Parkour artist.
I could be really hardcore right now and go for a headshot on a Mancubus, but I'm not going to do that.
Oh, do you still need a razor?
Oh, no, the razor's done.
What is that?
I'm good. Oh, this imp is cheating. Okay, so now I need to get pistol done, and I need to have pistol done before we get to Necropolis. Dude, can you, like, not, please?
Imagine taking buckshot to the leg and continuing your jump.
It's because I have Intimacy on. So Intimacy raises the stacker threshold, so sometimes you can do a fully charged pistol shot and still not kill enemies that are a little tankier, like that Hellraiser, for example. I need a little bit of ammo for this. So this is a fun little glitch that not a lot of people know about. I'm going to abstain from killing demons for just a second. Watch this guy right here. He's stuck, and he's just going to lift off the ground, and then he's going to die. It's just a weird thing in the game's code. I think he was just placed into the arena wrong. But I just think it's really funny that he just gets stuck in the arena and then does that.
I feel like you've shown me that before, but I totally forgot, and I am amused now.
Okay, I'm going to swap out. Ooh, oh crap! I'm getting the menu glitch. So Meta, would you like to explain the menu glitch to fine folks at home?
I don't think I've seen that before.
Where the menu turns to 5 FPS? Really?
Yeah, I have never had that
Really?
before,
This was like a point of
sure.
contention for a little while in the Discord.
Huh, did I just like completely miss that?
You must have.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, how does that happen?
We don't know. It just, for whatever reason, sometimes you'll open the menu and you'll get 5 FPS and there's no explanation for why.
Yeah, that's super weird.
Okay. I need these imps. Oop. I don't want it to blow up and kill them, so I'm gonna hang back for a second. There we go. Now, I have forgotten this secret before, so gonna make a very cognizant point to stop and grab it. Okay, and that is the first half of Lazarus Labs done. We now go in to the second half of Lazarus Labs, an even more fun section with more fun stuff.
For some reason, despite the 2 sections of this level being basically the size of every other level in the game, they're considered one level.
But
they're even like completely separate maps and everything. Like you can't just go from one to the other. So why they dub both of them under the one name Lazarus Labs, I have no idea.
And if you checkpoint load, you go back to the second half of the level instead of the first half. We're gonna play a little Candy Crush here for a second. Now, why are we stopping to play Candy Crush? Well, it's actually not just for fun. This is one of the optional challenges that we have to complete in the game. Is to stop and interact with this thing. Granted, when we do this in an actual run, we just really quickly grab the computer and then do it. But this is GDQ. Let's play a little Candy Crush. Why not? I don't think Candy Crush has been shown off at GDQ before, so we are breaking boundaries here. We are doing new things.
World's first
showcase of Candy Crush at GDQ, and I'm not doing a very good job.
Oh, that was a good one. that last one, that was a good one. Cleared half the board.
I love Candy Crush. It's Doom. It's Bejeweled, but Doom.
You know, I've never really sat down and just like played that.
I did on my casual playthrough. So yeah, fun fact: this is on the same engine as, or the same engine architecture as Covert Muffin's game from earlier, Star Wars Jedi Academy. That was on ATEC 3, and this game's on ATEC 5. Or sorry, ATEC 6. This game's on ATEC 6, and so a lot of the core architecture is still there. So there are bunny hops in this game, but they're wildly inconsistent, and they don't work quite the same way as they do in Doom Eternal. If you've seen Doom Eternal bunny hopping, it's like actually like real legit bunny hopping. It's not quite the same thing here, but it is. It's a fun little thing.
So in Doom Eternal, it's not super precise. Like basically, if you just jump as you're closest to the ground, you'll probably get a bunny hop, and you can actually accelerate from it. So you can chain bunny hops and gain speed from doing that.
Yep.
In 2016, however, you can B-hop, but you pretty much have to use the scroll wheel because it's very precise. Even with the scroll wheel, it's still very precise.
I have done it with spacebar, but it is really hard to do.
Yeah, ridiculous. And you can only maintain momentum. So the strat is to, micro missile boost or Gauss boost or whatever, or even following out of a rail boost. You can then use your B-hops to try and maintain some of that momentum. Even each time, like, you will lose some momentum, but you can try to keep some of it. So this room here, this is what I was referring to earlier as an influence spot. So we're standing in this one spot, and we're going to be looking in between each of these sections of this room. And the enemies are only going to spawn in this area unless they decide to be weird.
Yeah, I'm not doing a great job of it right now because I was like looking off to the side to go for a weapon tick. So this is partially my fault. This fight got away from me, but that's okay. It's not like mission critical that you keep them all here unless you're like really low on health and you need to like maintain the arena for the sake of not dying. Oh, he spun out. That was interesting. They usually have another helmet.
Gosh, I love Siege mode, dude.
It's the best.
It's just a destruction, right?
Yeah, we call it the delete button for a reason. It really is. All right, so I'm going to swap mods here.
Oh, fun fact. These like church pew things ended many Legacy runs. And the reason for that is because you can't rail boost in Legacy. Otherwise, you either have to load checkpoint or your run's dead, basically. And even if you just like jump on top of the pews in any way, you will rail boost across the entire room.
It's really easy to do that. Yeah.
It's almost impossible not to rail boost off of them if you jump on them, assuming you're over 60 FPS, of course. Even at like, so at 60 FPS, rail boosts are impossible. But at like 70 FPS, you can get like a little baby one.
So.
And even a little baby one will shoot you across the room.
A little short skip there. You don't have to wait for the platform if you use the Gauss cannon to jump up all that stuff. Now I need to check my my stuff here because I keep forgetting what I need to work on. Oh, I'm caught up on everything. Oh,
We're pretty much ready to start using the alpha rotation, right?
oh, the alpha rotation's been done. It's just a matter of we needed to get a couple of weapon mods done. So wow, they dropped 2 BFG rounds. I sent a round down that hallway specifically because I have a pickup coming up here. And they dropped 2 rounds for me, so very nice of the demons to do that.
Yeah, so that's probably the heaviest RNG element in this game.
Yeah. That's our Dompe.
Yes, that's our
That's our
Dompe.
Dompe.
So when we mastered at the ammo boost rune, it gave us an additional feature of ammo boost, which is that sometimes killing any enemy has a chance to drop a BFG round. A BFG round basically clears whatever's in front of you, so it's very powerful. And yeah, those drops are random, unfortunately. And you can get so unlucky to have a bunch of them drop for you as you literally cannot pick them up.
What?
I guess he's just behind the
He
building.
must have been behind something because I was hitting him square on. Yeah. So that's the final rune trial that we have to do in the entire game, and it's also one of the scariest ones because those random projectiles, if they hit you, that's it. You have 1 hit point and you're dead if they hit you, and so it's the scariest one in the run by a wide margin. So, all right, now we are going to get the in-flight mobility mod finished. This one's fun because what we're gonna do. Sir, you are stunned?
Yeah, that's not even that missed or anything.
He was actually
that Revenant
stunned.
was stunned, and just was I'm gonna move anyway.
So basically, demons need to die while you are in midair. So I have quad. I'm gonna just fire a rocket and jump, and just fire a rocket and jump, and fire a rocket and jump, and stuff's gonna die while I'm in midair, and I get this rune done. All at once, and it is absolutely just so much fun. It's just jump and shoot and jump and shoot and jump and shoot. This particular fight can actually be really scary on Ultra Nightmare. This was called the Imp Room by the developers. They coined this the Imp Room because I think there's something like 40 something imps in this room. It's
Oh my gosh.
it's scary. And imps have a hit scan attack. So on Ultra Nightmare, they can pelt you and just send you back to the UAC.
Yeah, and I think they only do that if they think you're cheating.
Yeah.
Right?
If they can't path to you, is what it is.
Right.
It's a failsafe so that you can't just run. If there's a spot where you can just run past an imp, that doesn't. It's hey, come back here and fight me. So now we are getting to the first boss fight. So. Chat, I'm going to let you decide which weapon we're going to use. So I'm going to set up real quick so we can do this. I'm going to fire the BFG, and then I'll open the weapon wheel. So we've got the shotgun, we've got the super shotgun, we've got the heavy assault rifle, we have the chain gun, we have the plasma rifle, we have the Gauss cannon, we have the rocket launcher, or we have the pistol, and the Cyber Demon's dead.
Well then, gave us plenty of time to choose which weapon not to use.
Okay, so
Wait, hold on. Okay, so in the cutscene that we skipped just now, the Cyber Demon actually comes back. So we need to decide which weapon mod we're going to use. So we can use the shotgun, we can use the super shotgun, we can use the heavy assault rifle, we can use the chain gun, we can use the plasma rifle, and he's dead. He's dead. So Meta, would you like to explain what just happened here?
sure. Okay, so that is basically, I think we just dubbed that the BFG weapon abuse. Very creative, I know. But so there is 2 parts to a BFG round. There is the projectile, the big, orb thing. Orb. And then
CDQ,
there's a tether. there's a tether that connects between the projectile and any enemies around it. The tether specifically is tied to frame rate. Big surprise in Tech 6. Everything's tied to frame rate. And so that tether will do damage dependent on how high your frame rate is. And guess what? That tether can stay connected and still do damage when you basically freeze time as you open the weapon wheel. So you can open the weapon wheel, freeze the projectile, which means the tether will still be connected to the demon. That tether then does damage depending on your frame rate, and that whole recipe means a dead cyber demon, pretty much.
There you go.
Oh, we got a free BFG round, people. Let's go. Yeah, so we're gonna get random BFG drops like that, and this is another one of those points that I was talking about where you have to adapt on the fly. If I get a BFG drop, great, I can figure out where to use that in another arena to save time. If I get no BFG drops, I am needing to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do later on to account for that. Okay. Imps are so much fun to fight. Now we're doing the mobile turret mastery. So we just need to kill 4 demons in a single deployment 5 times for that. We'll get that done this level. It's not terribly difficult. You just got to commit to keeping the deployment open while you're doing it. And of course I got another one.
I thought you were gonna... Oh, man. I thought you were gonna try and a boost with the mobile turret.
No.
I don't know if you've ever done that. I've definitely done that.
I would never try to boost with a super shotgun. I've never done that before. I need... Oh, hello.
And goodbye.
Okay, I need this imp. Sir, you're my ammo refill. I need you. Stop running away. Oh, okay, he went through the gate. That happened. Let's show off some cool glory kills here. Okay, we're gonna lower this gate, fire a rocket, and kill those guys, because why not? And now I have, wow, I have 4 on Rich Get Rich already. This thing's gonna be done very soon. So this is a...
Yeah, I feel like your upgrades have been like super
Yeah, they've been
good
really consistent. I've also like taken a little bit of extra time to get them done. Like Explosive Shot I finished in the last arena. So...
It's okay, chat doesn't need to know. The speed on that.
That's what happens when you have haste and quad. Things go quick.
Slightly overpowered, maybe.
A little bit. By the way, chat, does anybody have a birthday in chat right now? Is anybody having a birthday?
Any May babies?
If you have a birthday, we got a special shout out for you. You got an imp. Cool.
Aww, that's beautiful.
Happy birthday, chat.
A lot of people don't know about that Easter egg, but I love that so much. Yes, it's a speed run, but we can take time out to wish people in chat a happy birthday. Now, I'm going to eat a lot of rockets. Some of you are having birthday cake. I'm having rockets. Now, why would I eat a bunch of rockets? Well, I need to grab this map. Game. Let me... Game?
The like
Hitbox on that thing is so
it's
wonky.
so weird.
All right, now I'm going to equip saving throw, fire the BFG, and then eat another rocket. Now I proc saving throw, and then once enemies start dying, the saving throw mastery starts to get cleared out. And I need to get
And then
10.
the vacuum, it's so
Yeah,
good.
and then I need to get 10 ticks on that. So luckily there's 10 enemies in that room. Happens all at once. It's nice and easy. On Ultra Nightmare, don't forget to equip vacuum. Or don't forget to equip saving throw. Bite did that one time and it was really funny. Now keep an eye on the right-hand side of your screen. We need to use 30 different instances of equipment. So like we need to throw 30 grenades with the equipment rune equipped. Cool, we did
I
it.
see a lot of grenades.
Yeah, so we did it. We got it all done. It's oh wait, I don't have the right rune on. There we go. You have intimacy is best equipped.
So yeah, I guess it just checks if you press the grenade button.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually check if you throw
Yeah,
a
it's the same reason why you can use holograms to cancel out the drone animation. There's like a pre-delay and a post-check on the animation. And so if you hold down the alt fire, it doesn't know how to deal with it, so it just kind of gives you the tick while also not expending your equipment. Nice little thing there. Oh, I did this wrong, but that's okay.
Nice.
Okay, Dominators are done. That's good news. And another instance of collision being kind of weird. You jump up, you can actually put the skull into the door while the gate's still lowering, which is kind of funny. All right. We got our second to last Argent cell here. This is going to be one more armor upgrade. And I'm wondering where that puts us with Richer. 6 out of 12. So we're halfway done with that. Now, the mod that I'm mastering here is the Charge Burst mod, which is on the shotgun. Now, I'm going to do another deployment here on Mobile Turret to get this mastery done. Okay, we're at 3 out of 5. That's exactly where we need to be. There we go. The arena dead. Cool. Oh, nope, there's one more. You were hiding behind the pillar. Sneaky. So we're gonna fire a rocket, double super shotty, and then a charge burst, and that is almost always a kill on these guys. Very, very consistent.
Power shot done.
And he's dead. Now, this is actually the way that you progress forward. A lot of people probably had trouble finding that in their casual playthrough, but we have to go back for a secret real quick. Now, you can actually get this upcoming secret from out of bounds, but the time save is pretty negligible, and you have to be really, really good at the platforming out of bounds, and I'm not very good at the platforming out of bounds, so we're going to do this from inbounds instead. We're going to do a little boost in there. Yeah, okay, you just run any percent, my guy. And so this is, the pillar. If that pillar drops on you, that's an insta-gib. So you got to be careful that you don't get right underneath that pillar. By the way, that pillar is an Easter egg to Doom 3. For those of you that played that.
This arena is very good.
This is a fun arena. So you have fully consistent spawns here. We're gonna go for one more deployment on Mobile Turret here, on these Lost Souls. That's 4 out of 5. And we got 3 imps. And then this meatball. And that's Mobile Turret done. And the nice thing about most of these hell levels is that almost every enemy spawn is completely fixed. There's like no RNG to their spawn locations. So if you can get them dead before they move around a lot, you can really mitigate the RNG that you experience in the combat, in these levels in particular. A lot of the non-hell levels don't give you that benefit. I'm gonna grab this. But you can cheese it a little bit if you do. So we got 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. 2 more here, 2 more here, 2 more here, but not 2 more here. Weirdly enough, don't know why 2 more don't spawn in that spot, but that is the case. All right, so we have 2 more summoners, and these are going to be the last 2 summoners. Oh, you ducked out of the way, you little cheater. These are going to be the last 2 summoners that we use.
Multi-targeting.
Ma'am, please, there we go.
Nice.
There's an imp. There we go. All right, and that is Titan's Realm. It's a relatively short level in comparison to, like, certainly Lazarus Labs or some of the other levels. Necropolis is the next one, and this one's actually even longer than the or sorry, this one's even shorter than Titan's Realm. So we had Advanced Research Complex be a really long level, and then they slowly and steadily start to get a little shorter until we get to the very last level, and that one is the longest one casually. It is not the longest one in the speed run, but it is pretty darn long in a casual playthrough.
You have a favorite like area or zone?
My favorite level is Cattinger Sanctum in every category except for Red Guard, which it sucks in Red Guard. But the Cattinger Sanctum was level 6 for those of you keeping score at home.
Right on.
I'm a Vega fan.
Vega's a great level, and it's even
that's the next level we'll be going into.
Yeah, that's a fun level in this category because there's some really awesome stuff in that. Oh, okay, we're gonna do that again. The barrel went kind of a wrong direction. There's a bit of RNG to how barrels move, and this one in particular has a very weird property where it's stuck in the floor. In a lot of cases, you drop down. There we go. So I need to kill 10 demons with that barrel explosion. And so I needed to get those guys dead because there's not very many small guys after this opening area. And there's not many barrels either. So we have to do it like very early on in the level. And this is our very last Argent cell. There are no more Argent cells left. Now, if this guy doesn't despawn, and he didn't. What a good guy he is. Hey, that's Lost Soul is supposed to be dead. I'm gonna take Intimacy off. Intimacy is best off for this. I need to kill this guy with a pistol. And we did. I'm gonna put Intimacy back on. I'm gonna drop a nade, a holonade to lure those zombies out, hit the skull switch, and then blow up that barrel. That puts us at 9 out of 10 on that challenge, which is exactly where we need to be right here. You can have that imp or that Mancubus wig out and be weird.
Imagine if every demon ragdolled like that.
That'd be amazing. And then this is another challenge we have to do in this level. And that gives us, whoops, stun bomb. So now I need to just kill 30 demons that are actively stunned with stun bomb. Oh, that was nice. They did that for me. That was not very nice, sir. So I'm going to try and go for these groups of like smaller demons that die pretty easily for stun bomb because I can hit a bunch of them at once and really shortcut how much time I spend. Oh, I got it.
Also, yet another BFG drop. Wow, you're full. Watch, we're gonna get into Vega and run out of BFG drop, and there's just gonna be
that literally happened in my PB. I got so many BFG drops in Titan's Realm, and I got to this level and nothing. The game refused, and I had it equipped. It just refused to give it to me. By the way, this is dead simple. There we go. My buttons weren't working for a second.
Sometimes Hugo Martin is not with you. There's another BFG.
There's two.
Oh my god, dude.
There's another one here, and I can't even grab it because I'm full. All right. So we got one last phase of this fight to deal with. Maybe that round's still there? No, it despawned. Darn. And I found that the those big demons at the end of the fight don't usually give you that last round that you want so badly because we routed it in to kill them with the BFG round here. Rich get rich is done. That's good.
That's the thing. Hugo Martin's going to give you a bunch of BFG rounds. They're just not going to be useful ones.
They're going to be at the wrong time in the wrong place. And the only reason why the game will randomly drop those BFG rounds is because we max out ammo boost very early on into the run. And it only starts to give you BFG rounds once you actually have the BFG. Mm-hmm. So we unfortunately have to sit here and wait for this fight to start. There's no way around it. Well, there's no way around it where we would still get combat ratings, so we have to do it, unfortunately. Okay, this Pinky is like refusing. And these spawns are completely consistent as well. We got a Revenant here, a Hell Knight here, And then this Revenant usually moves kind of randomly sometimes. Yep, there he goes. And then we have... Oh, you didn't die. Interesting. And then we got 2 Barons that spawn in. And if one of them is nice, they'll give me a BFG round. Hey, one of them did. Thank you, Baron. And then we head into the final arena, well, the final arena before the boss fight of this level. Gonna line this up. Excellent, got all 3. We've got a Mancubus down this hallway, so I'm gonna send a bunch of firepower down to deal with him.
Hallway is terrifying. Exactly.
I haven't missed that jump in like a year and a half.
And that is why I lost an Ultra Nightmare run in this hallway.
Everybody's lost an Ultra Nightmare run in this area. It is a rite of passage to lose an Ultra Nightmare run here. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, and I picked up the doll that time. So if you pick up the doll, it overwrites your gun so you can't fire it. Okay, let's try that one more time. I actually already got the doll seeker, so I could just skip it. So what I would have done, had I done that correctly, and not had it eaten, was I would fire the armament down here, I jump down there, and then do a Gauss boost up onto this platform, and then jump across that way. So you got that. That's what I would have done if I was good at the game, but I'm not good at the game, so here we are. And this is our very last drone. This drone is going to give us the Precision Bolt mod, which is absolutely useless. We're only going to use it as much as we need to upgrade it, and no more than that. I'm going to try and get a few more ticks on Stun Bomb here. Nice. Ooh.
BFG?
BFG?
BFG? Words?
Come on, stun him. Darn it.
I guess, have we properly explained the alpha rotation? And like why it's...
I don't think we ever did. I think we've just been wowing them with it and not actually talking about it as much.
I was trying to find like a really good spot, but I don't know if there actually is like a perfect spot for it, so I'm just gonna explain it.
Go for it.
So if you haven't noticed, Dane swaps weapons a lot, and that is because basically every weapon has like a cooldown or like a kind of like a reload. It depends.
It's a cooldown.
Basically,
is probably the better way to put it.
You can think of it as a cooldown after firing, and you can overwrite this cooldown or just sort of ignore the cooldown by swapping to another weapon. And so you can swap your weapons in such a way that you never have to wait for that cooldown. So you can just constantly be outputting damage, right? And what the alpha rotation is basically the perfect amount of weapon firing time that outputs the maximum damage per second and allows you to skip every cooldown within the rotation. And so that is the rocket launcher with remote det. And with that, we are going for direct shots rather than actually using the detonation. And the reason for that is because it does either double or triple damage on a direct shot. Is it double?
It is 1.5 damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
1.5.
Anyway, it does a fair bit more damage when you do a direct hit. So that's why that upgrade is important. And then we also do 2 shots from the super shotgun, which is its upgrade, just firing it twice as opposed to once. And then obviously we do instant siege mode. And then guess what? We can go right back to the beginning.
So let's decide which weapon to use to fight this guy. And I think we'll use the heavy assault rifle. Oh, I didn't time that properly. Come on, dude, lower your shield, come on. This guy was the prototype of the Marauder before they added him to Doom Eternal. Alrighty. And what's better than 1 Hellguard?
3. No, 2. 2. Final answer.
I can't tell if you like actually got that wrong on accident or if there was some other reason why you gave it the wrong number. It's 2! It's 2 Hellguards! Alright, so chat, which mod are we going to use? Are we going to... Okay, this... They messed it up. I don't know why that didn't work there, because I just did the same inputs that I normally do. Let me try that again. So let's try this again. Pretend I didn't mess that up at all. Which weapon are we gonna use to fight these guys? Oh, I don't know. So I don't think the other one's staggered, which is perfect. So if I can time this properly, I can actually get this second guy dead. Nice, and we did it. So if you do these 2 glory kills back to back quickly enough, you can actually get the fast animation twice, and that saves about 4 seconds over getting the slower glory kill animation twice.
So doing this fight the like intended way, the casual way, whatever you want to put it, there's like a final blow animation to whichever Hellguard you kill last, where you like take out its weapon, stab it in the chest, and pull out the like snake thing that's like possessing it. But obviously the other animation that you saw there is much quicker. It's like 10 seconds faster.
Yeah, it's about 4 seconds faster. Everybody in chat is asking me to use the crowbar. I think they might have the wrong game in mind right now.
Maybe just a little.
I think it might be the wrong series. You might be thinking of Valve. Half-Life 2 is so good though. All right, now we're in Vega. This if you know Urdak from Doom Eternal, this is kind of like Urdak in 2016. It's a very weird level compared to all of the other ones before it. This door glitches out, by the way, so we have to like hit that rail first to kind of reorient them properly. This level's a little buggy. Oh, I didn't get the bunny hop there.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like opening the door too quickly. So in order to just delay that a bit, we just go touch the rail and then go to press the button. It's not actually the touching of the rail that does it. It's just you have to wait like a second or a second and a half before opening the door. Otherwise, it just never opens.
Okay, I'm going to try and time this properly. I may have screwed up the timing here. This guy's running away.
And the reason, by the way, is cuz Doom.
All right, so Darve, another 100% runner, found this particular skip right here. Oh wow, I put back out of the wall. Can I get back in the wall?
This paperclip was actually the first paperclip to be used in any percent, except for the UAC one. So second.
And now we use it in 100%. I can't. I got into the wall like almost immediately, and then I slipped out. Now I can't get back in. Game, please. There we go. Oh, and come on. There we go.
So yeah, it's kind of weird because there's like multiple planes that you have to get.
Yeah, this
through.
is like one of the weirder paper clips we have to do.
It's kind of one of those things you have to feel out rather than, like, it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the classic level from out of bounds. This is going to save a lot of time later and not having to do a bunch of backtracking. We're going to jump up here. This part is very difficult, so give me a second. No! And that's what I mean. This part, sometimes you can get randomly pushed to the left or to the right, and part of that was also I didn't time that properly. So I'm going to do this again. If I can actually get a... Okay, so we got 4 out of 5. That's actually just fine because we're going to get the last one in the arena. Oh, and of course, this time I get it like almost instantly. There we go. So I want to show off the skip the way we do it. So I'm not going to do the cop-out easy method on the second try. I'm going to do it the way I did it before. So, no, I'm not. I'm going to fall inbound. So that's an RNG manip for later and definitely not me screwing up the skip a second time. We're going to try this again.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. Okay. Because I really want to show off the way we do this skip. And I got this first try in my PB, so it's like, I feel like I owe it. Oh, I slipped back. You have a pretty generous walkway there on the top, but I got a little nervous and I backed up, and I backed up right back in bounds. And now, of course, I can't get it. Can't get the clip again second try. Come on.
It's okay. It's good PPC practice. That's all.
For when I totally do PB runs of this game again. There we go. All right. Get lifted up. Slide in on this corner.
Maybe for when you run any percent of it.
Maybe. All right. So we land here. We walk off this ledge. We land in this spot. We do a bunch of jumps to get onto this little line here. We walk far enough forward in order to get the secret to proc. We do a jump up here. And now this is the part that's difficult. There we go. You jump back up here.
Nice.
Jump across this way, and we get into this fight. We have now spawned in every single phase of this fight at the same time. Now, if you get dizzy easily, this is not going to help that. We just equipped both the Glory Kill runes, and this is why this is the greatest point-and-click adventure of 2016.
This is canonically how the Doomslayer ripped and tore
His way through Vega.
through every through Vega. So yeah, this is just extremely powerful. So right now we have 2 mastered runes, which extend our range of glory killing as well as our speed of glory killing, which makes it pretty much instant. And we also have the Berserk power up on, which is also mastered, or rather just fully upgraded through our Praetor tokens. So it's very good. Not to mention, every time that we are like in an animation of the Berserk, the little the timer on the power up pauses. So for whatever duration you're actually like killing demons, your power up is not going down. So all of that combined just absolutely shreds demons.
Oop, please drop down. All right, now one of the challenges in this level is also like really annoyingly inconsistent. Yep, and we didn't get it. This, on an Ultra Nightmare run, this could be a run killer.
That's just dead, right? In Ultra Nightmare, that's just
there is a way to recover from it, but it is very, very tough to do so. There we go.
Nice.
So you had to kill 3 demons with 1 grenade, and unfortunately, there's not really a good spot in the level for you to do that. So it's a little inconsistent. And I'm going to try and go for a really cool little boost here. Okay, you can get through this door. I am now stuck in the door. I'm going to paperclip through the door. Oh my god, am I actually going to paperclip through the door?
Try standing up on the left or right side.
Oh
Oh my god.
So that I can't say that's never happened before, but that's never happened on that particular Revenant before. But there, you can glory kill clip your way out of being stuck in a texture like a wall or a door or the floor.
That was some id Tech 6 shenanigans at its finest.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, if you're fast enough and you're slick enough, you can actually get through that door before it closes. And that saves like 2 seconds. Uh-oh. Okay, so we need to break these 4 coolant towers. A lot of people did this one at a time in their casual playthrough. Not I. Ma'am, no, stop it. Your head was removed. So that one BFG cleared pretty much the entire arena.
And then we could just jump over.
Well, the barrier's actually gone, but you can get over that barrier before it despawns. And you can actually get out of there before you finish the fight, which we normally do, but that BFG just happened to hit everything really nicely and made it much easier. So this is the final fight of the level, and we have the coolest rail boost in the game after this fight. Chat, I am not kidding. This boost is going to be awesome. It is well worth the wait. Now we have the BFG, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a hologram to kind of distract the demons, and then I'm going to fire a BFG, and I can cycle entire phases of this fight all at once if I fire the BFG at the right time and in the right direction, and nothing gets in the way of it. Oh, and it gave me another one. Nice. We're getting really good. Oh, and then of course that guy jumped in front of him.
Get down, Mr. President.
Get down, Mr. President.
Yeah, I mean, really, when we're firing BFGs, we want to... We're not so worried about the projectile, more so just the tethers that are coming from the projectile. because that's where we get all the kills. And so if we have a demon who just jumps in front of the projectile and ends the BFG string, it's kind of annoying.
And that should be everybody. And it is. So now this barrier is going to lower. We have to run in here, and then we're going to get the last secret of the level and the last Praetor token of the game. And for whatever reason, 2 of the Praetor tokens count as secrets, but you have to actually physically grab the Praetor token for it to count. Otherwise, it doesn't. You don't actually get the secret. Now we have to, like, normally we would have to walk up, or actually normally what we would do is we take this lift all the way up. But what speedrunners did for a long time was we walked up that railing. But what if instead we just flew up?
Initiating airplane mode.
Ah, dang it. Okay, we're gonna get it. It's fine. It's fine. They didn't get to see like the mini version yet. That looks really cool. So it's fine. Okay, the lineup is also kind of tricky to do once you've upgraded the pistol. Oh, almost all the way up. That's fine. I'll take that. That was still really good. That is my favorite rail boost in the game by far. And then there's another one that you can do here to get into the room once the door opens a little bit. One of our resident any percent runners, Knight, found this one. You could just kind of boost into the room and get a little bit of extra speed there. Normally I actually get more boost than that. That was a kind of a small one, funnily enough.
This Vega walkway, by the way, is I don't know if it's just because it's a bit more of like you have a bit more just like straight pathway in front of you, where normally there's like, I don't know, curves or something in your way. But there's literally, you could just go straight here. But B-hopping is, I find, easier in this room. So you can like Gauss or Rail Boost or whatever.
If you can get them.
B-hop too. Yeah.
And then we go into Argent du Nord, or as we have affectionately called it in the community, Urgent Dinner. Because it's Argent Dinner. Anyway.
What's on the menu, dare I ask?
What's on the menu?
Blood.
Gore.
Guts.
Ripping and tearing. So this is a fun level because we have to upgrade we have to master 4 mods in this one level. So I'm going to finish unlocking them first. Whoops, there it is. And then we can also finish the suit here. So we have 1 weapon upgrade point, so which is exactly the number you need after you're done unlocking everything. Now, if these guys will spawn in the way that I would like them to, I can get the micro missile mastery right now. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Now, in order to upgrade Precision Bolt, I need to get 5 headshots on these guys.
So how many masteries do we have left? 3?
4.
4.
So I'm going to let the summoner actually spawn in some demons, and the reason why is because one of the optional challenges that is required in 100% is 25 kills with this big boy. And that was 10 right there. Not bad. Oop. Thank you. Sit down. Oh, thank you for the BFG round, though. I swear, I've had like the best BFG RNG this run. I think it was like right around as good as my PB, or very, very close to it. So we got the micro missiles done. We're going to get the Gatling rotator done next. And then the other 2 masteries are going to get done as we finish doing other arenas. This level's been kind of routed out specifically for all of these masteries. So these are just secrets that we have to get. Fuel. There we go. All right, I need 5 kills at once, and all these guys have opted to spread out. Gentlemen, I need you to congregate for me. All right, that's fine. All right, Now this is called the Liberate Jump. This is a very scary skip that I will hopefully get first try. Oh, look at that. Oh, that was beautiful. Nice. There's actually some precision to that skip. Don't be fooled. Now...
And it is called that because it will liberate you from...
It will liberate you from your Ultra Nightmare run. So we're going to pick up this particular Mega Health upgrade 13 times. The reason for that is because every time you pick up a Mega Health, you get 200 armor points. And if you get that while the Armored Offensive rune is equipped, that will count as 200 points toward the mastery of Armored Offensive. In Ultra Nightmare, this rune is a pita. You equip it as soon as you get it, and you don't unequip it until this level in most cases. But in Classic, because we can load checkpoint, we can literally just pick up this same Mega Health 13 times, get 2,600 armor points, and you only need 2,500 to master it. So we can swap it in real quick, pick it up 13 times, and then unswap it, and we got it done. It is one of the greatest blessings of this particular category is the fact that we can do this. We can do this way. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a save configured where I can just skip this, so we have to do it. But luckily, this is shorter than duping tokens. Tokens is like 4 minutes RTA. You don't want to watch that. Or maybe you do, for some reason. But this is luckily a lot faster and a lot easier. So that was 12. This is going to be our 13th pickup. And then we go into the last rune. Oh, sorry, not the last rune, but the first... I'm getting disoriented. Into the first Wraith Arena of this level. I'm gonna get a... Oop, I have the wrong mod out. No! Okay, I'm gonna restun you. Okay, we got 3 out of 5. That's exactly where we want to be. Now, this fight has a lot of different phases to it. The phase that we are looking for is the Pinky phase. So once you see Pinkies start to spawn in, that means we are in the right spot. And they gave me a free BFG round, so not these Pinkies. These Pinkies are different Pinkies. We're looking for other Pinkies. Well, they gave me another round, so I'm going to take it. Oh, wow. We got through that.
And another one.
So we're about to actually finish this arena fight already. We finished it before quad expired.
Dude, another BFG round. Okay, this might be the luckiest run that I've ever seen.
It's getting close to the best RNG run that I've ever had. Which is funny because the timer right now says plus 20 as of plus 20 minutes as of the last level. This run's had some Mimi spots that were pretty bad. So you can cancel once the checkpoint procs during that cutscene, you can actually just reload checkpoint and you skip that whole animation, which is kind of nice. It saves a few seconds. You can't do it with the second Wraith Arena, but you can do it with the last Wraith Arena, and that's the one that any percent now uses. By the way, a lot of you that played this casually probably didn't realize there was a lever here. I missed it too, don't worry. You're not alone in that one. Definitely
like one of the harder classic levels to find.
And funnily enough, that lever is just there in the open, but it blends in so well you never notice it.
They did that
on purpose, absolutely.
You're like looking in every nook and cranny, like, where the heck is this thing? You never expect it to be right in front of your nose.
There we go. Whoa! Okay. I'm gonna try that again. Volatile Discharge is done. I get 2 more BFG rounds, my God.
There's 2 BFG drops on the field right now.
All right, Chainstun's finished. I might as well just throw this, because, like, why not? Got a free round.
Wait, did you? Okay, yeah, you picked it up. I thought it despawned.
Yeah, so, and the funny thing about this arena is I can actually get rid of all my BFG in this arena, because there's 3 hard-coded pickups before we get to the next one. So I can just dump all my BFG ammo right now. And then I got another round. Okay, so we'll... Want to drop more? Want to give me more? There's another one!
No way, dude. No, there's... What?
There's another one, dude! What is happening?
No way, dude!
I have no words for what just happened.
There's no way.
I literally am supposed to end this fight with no BFG on me, and I have all three rounds in my inventory. I can't explain what's happening right now.
You could not have used all of that BFG if you tried.
I tried, I couldn't. So you can see how badly the this cutscene desyncs. Listen to the audio here. You see how badly it desyncs. The reason why is because the audio plays at 60 frames per second, but the animation plays at 200 frames per second. So it doesn't take very long for the audio to get really, really badly desynced during that cutscene. Just a weird little Easter egg, but something that I thought was kind of funny. And so this is our last secret of the entire run. And we're going into the last arena, the last common enemy arena, I guess you'd say, before we get to the final boss fight. So we're coming up on the tail end. We've done almost 100% of the game. Now, volatile discharge is done, so I don't need to worry about these guys. Hell Knight, Imp, or Pinky? Imp! One of those three enemies will always spawn in that spot.
Can we get an up BFG drop, by the way?
I'll pick it up if the game's gonna give it to me. All right, they didn't drop any more during that last one, but that's fine. I can actually throw a couple BFG rounds and be okay here. I don't want to go into the final fight with none, but I can get rid of a couple of rounds here and be okay. Oh, now the game's being stingy.
So what's the mastery update currently?
Masteries are done.
Masteries are done.
Now this arena has the most risky challenge of all of them. You need to kill 2 Barons with 1 trigger pull. And we got it. That is the last challenge in the last arena in the last level of the entire run. And if you bork that on Ultra Nightmare...
Run, dead run.
Yep. He just left. he just poofed away. Yeah, now that setup that I use is extremely consistent, so that is rarely an issue. That was a good jump. So it's rarely an issue, but I have had it. I lost a PB attempt once because one of those Barons didn't spawn in, and I had to redo the entire fight. And Bite Me has lost a couple Ultra Nightmare attempts having that all go awry.
And here we go.
And this is the final boss fight. If you remember the boss from Doom 1, it's the same boss. This is the Spider Mastermind. Now, one thing to note, this isn't actually a spider technically because this... Okay, we're gonna do that again. Somehow I missed, which is very rare with that, but she sometimes moves a little early and so then you can end up missing.
Sometimes she can just dodge.
But she does not have 8 legs, you'll notice. So technically speaking, she has more in common with a dog than a spider.
Yeah.
Don't question the logic of that.
Sure.
Don't question the logic of that. Don't question it. I'm gonna fire some micro missiles here.
Looks like a dog to me.
I'm gonna fire some micro missiles here to skip her one of her phase transitions, and she goes right into the final phase of the fight. I'm gonna wait for timing here. Fire the last round, and that is the whole fight. So time is going to be coming up when I do the final glory kill. And by the way, you can also stand on top of her hitbox here for some reason. Not exactly sure why. And time is now. Time.
GG.
That was a gold split, by the way.
Right on.
Oh, wow.
That was a gold
Nice.
split. That is, that's funny. Now we got the little codex acquiring sound. So then one thing that we can do for 100% is we can actually just load checkpoint. It puts us back at the beginning of the fight, but we're not worried about the fight. We did the fight, we're good. But this is where we open the dossier and we check to see that we've cleared the 100% criteria. So we've got all of the weapons upgraded and unlocked and mastered, and that's what the gold means. We also have 17 combat points, which is the maximum amount you can have after you've spent all of the ones that you can. So we have all the weapon upgrade points that we can have. We have the whole suit upgraded all the way through. We have all of the runes upgraded, and then here's the moment of truth. Do we have all of the codex entries? If we're missing one, this is not 100%. 25? 9, 9, 27, 36, 16. This is a 100% run. It's not valid because it's on 2 save files, but it is a 100% run.
It's legit enough for us.
It's legit enough for a marathon and for GDQ. So, yeah, that was Doom 100%.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you both so much for being here. Dane, do you have any shout outs or anything you'd like to say before we wrap up tonight's episode?
Absolutely. First, I have to give a shout out to Ms. Tippy here for allowing me to come onto Time Capsule and showcase this run. I submitted this run, I think, right around AGDQ 2021. So it's been sitting in the queue for a long time, and I just get this random DM one day, and she's like, do you want to come show this off at Time Capsule? I was like, yes, I would love to, because I have not shown off a run at GDQ since GDQ X 2019. That was the last time I got to show a run off at GDQ. So I was hugely honored to be able to do that. So I have to say thank you, Tippy, for letting me come on to the show and show this off. I have to give a shout out to Mr. Meta Live for being my co-commentator and my partner in crime. Meta and I came up in Doom right around the same time, and he and I have grown as runners together over the course of time. And he's one of the few people that I've met on the internet that I consider a true friend. So I got to thank you, Mr. Meta, for being here and doing this with me. I got to thank all the people in the Doom community, which there's way too many of them. Henny, Dara, Divine, Knight, Sabuline, Elizabethany, help me.
The entire
the rest of the entire MDSR community. There's too many of you to name, but if you're in it, you know who you are. And I got to thank you for being a part of it. And I got to thank GDQ also for doing what they do, because if not for the fact that they've raised so much money over time, and they've pulled such an audience that they have, they would not have been able to do as much good with the world, good for the world as they have. So I gotta give a special thank you to GDQ for all that you do, and believe me, we all appreciate it here and at home and all over the world. So thank you, GDQ, for that. Mr. Meta, did you have any shout outs?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And if this run interests you at all, please join our Discord. It's linked on the leaderboard. Come join the Modern Doom speedrunning community, and yeah, we can teach you the run.
Oh, and go follow Meta.
Go
follow Meta. Twitch.tv/meta_live. Go follow him. He's the speedrun.com community manager. Go follow this man right now. And
yeah, we always have people around in the Discord, and we're more than happy to help you learn the run if you're interested.
Absolutely.
And it's a great run. There's a category for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, and also shout outs to the people in my chat that came to support the run today. Thank you all for showing up and spamming my emotes, even the one that I don't like. I saw that a bunch over the course of the run.
Wait, which is the one you don't like?
I have a pog emote with that they basically they clipped it and then they took it and made it into a GIF, and I basically felt peer pressure to upload it as a pog emote, and so I hate that emote so much.
They are having fun with it.
It's
though.
so good.
But it's their favorite emote, and I can't get rid of it now. And of course, Meta's spamming it in chat right now. Thanks, man. Thanks, dude.
It's the best one.
Okay. Well, thank you both again for being on, and thanks everyone so much for watching. Big shout out to all of our Hotfix supporters. Your subs, gift subs, Prime Gaming subs, and bits all help support the weekly Hotfix content, including this show, and we super appreciate it. This has been another great episode of Time Capsule, and appreciate y'all for joining us. Tomorrow we have Super Mario RPG on the bargain bin, followed by Back 4 Blood and Resident Evil Village right after. And I've been your host, Smooth Operative. Always a pleasure. Take care, everybody, and we will see you next time.